Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, joy, joy, joy. Yeah. Oh, golly. Golly gee willikers, ladies and gentlemen, can you actually fucking believe it? This is it. This is the one. This is the one to end all chill streams, quite literally, for a fairly significant period of time. Folks, this is the On Cinema Chill stream here on the Klman channel with me, Klman. Number 40 fucking 9. Nearly at the big 5-0. Quite fitting, really, that the next chill stream, which will not be occurring for quite some time, will be the 50th chill stream. Golly gee willikers. Yes, so as you already may know, anyone who tunes into these streams, or anyone who just knows On Cinema content who might be tuning in for the first time, we're going to be watching the... Fucking hell. We're gonna be watching the summer movie roundup 2025, the most recent and the latest summer movie roundup in video this time, which is very exciting because the previous installments have been audio only, and I have not watched it yet. This is going to be a completely fresh viewing for me. Never seen it before, never seen the most recent roundup, so I'm very, very excited about that. To watch it fresh for the first time ever. Wowie, wow. Hey, Paul O. Evening, partner. What's going on, buddy? How's it hanging? Hope you're having a good old evening down there on the porch, brother. Drinking hooch with your old boy. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry about that. It fell off pretty hard. I lost the passion for the bit there. Is that the one from the motel? If it is great. Yes, it is the one from the motel. It is, and I can only imagine it's going to be great because, like I say, this is the first summer preview movie roundup thing that they've done in video, which has always been in the audio, akin to the podcasts of old. So this will be very exciting. Like I say, haven't seen it yet. I've remained spoiler free so I could watch it fresh. Not on the porch. I don't know why the fuck. Oh, I don't really know where the fuck I was going with that at all. Is it quite cold over there in Ireland right now? It's quite reasonable over here across the boat. Across the border, as it were. It's not like freezing cold. But, you know, I'm wearing jumpers now, as you may have noticed, so the temperature has dropped. Thanks, buddy! Yeah! This is a Primark exclusive, my friend. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that, brother. I spotted it in Primark a couple of years ago and I went, cop. Because it's funny, it's smart, good gag, good ep, good show, and it looks sick. It's a bit of drip, you know what I'm saying? Bit of that Homer drip, you know what I'm saying? Homer Dripson, perhaps. Had the heating on there. Oh god, no. No. It really upsets me when I have to fucking spend money on the heat again. That's the only good thing about the temperature. That's the only great thing about climate change over here in the UK, man. I'll say that. Don't have to pay so much for gas bills. Hell yeah. Swings and roundabouts. Every cloud is a silver lining. The planet may be turning into a red hot nickel ball, but at the very least, I don't need to heat my house. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take the rough with the smooth, as it were. But yeah, hope you're hope you're all doing well. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, like I said, this is gonna be the last On Cinema Chill stream for at least a month, I would say, maybe a bit less. Let's see, 2 weeks have went by now and they're 2 episodes, so yeah, that sounds like a fucking nightmare. All electric, good fucking god. We are on this is such a, I don't know how specific this is to like the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland over here in our part of the world, but you can either I don't know how interesting this is. You can either pay a monthly bill or you can pay as you go, like with a key or a little card, a little gas card or a little electric key. And I use a card for my gas. So whenever the card runs out, I have to go to a shop and top it up. Or I can, like, there's a more advanced way of doing it, but I can't really be fucked talking to people on the phone about it. In Waterford, that sounds like a beautiful place. I've got a friend over there in the Republic, but I think she is in Dublin. I think that's right. I think she's in the heart of it all, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I pay as you go for gas, and that's my story. How interesting is that? It's the most, it's the most blasé conversation on the planet. I don't know why that tickles me so much. I want to see that in some sort of funny thing, comedy show or something. Just talk about gas and pay as you go top ups and shit. It's hilarious to me. But yeah, like I say, last show stream probably gonna be another 8 weeks, I think, until basically 8 weeks, basically until the new season of On Cinema finishes, and then when the time comes, we will watch it all back to back to back. When it's finished, and then we will watch it. Basically, is the plan. All right. Boring but very exciting, riveting stuff, isn't it? I love it. Hello. We're talking about gas prices. Yeah. Excellent. Good. I'm glad. Economical. Good choice for you. And that's what matters at the end of the day. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically the plan, folks. Like I say, as I said before, I am currently working on editing the voiceover for the next installment of Perspective, which is the video essay documentary series that I do that talks about interesting instances of creative development. I did a video about On Cinema. You can find it in the link below, right? So I'm working on the voiceover. I'm editing it at the moment. It's doing very well. It's going slow but steady. We're well over the halfway point of finishing that. And then I can start editing the fucking video at long last and fucking get it out into the stratosphere and start producing content again. Wouldn't that be lovely? Yeah, so just expect it to come at some point. Like I say, I'll let you all know when the voiceover editing's done and I can start editing the actual fucking video. But it's happening. It's slow and steady, but it's happening. Yeah? Good. So, here we go. Yeah. I get that way as well, or I used to when I was smoking on a very, very regular basis. I would rather just, if that happened, I would rather just fucking sit on the couch and watch a film and fucking just like engorge myself on fucking munchies, you know what I'm saying? But it's fun, you know what I'm saying? I certainly am not complaining about doing it, but yeah. And means I'm not in here because I can't be arsed using my brain to function, basically. I would just melt, you know? But in the meantime, like I say, editing on the voiceover is going, and I'll let you all know what's going on with that. In the meantime, I'm working on the other script as well, back to back. The remastered Call of Duty Zombies script is happening and being worked on as well. Oh, man. I just hope to get this fucking voiceover finished. I was doing a little bit of it earlier today before my stream, so that's good. Just doing a bit at a time, bit at a time. I've been doing some more tomorrow. Throw some darts. That sounds fucking sick. That's a vibe, man. I must say. That's pretty based. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that, man. Do you play any zombies? Yes, I do. That's actually the whole reason why I wanted to make the video all those years ago. That was the first career perspective I did in 2022. It wasn't a particularly great. I mean, the videos it can be done a lot better now, but for a first attempt at something like that, it was alright. But yeah, I used to love Call of Duty Zombies back in the day, like the story and the lore. That was the main reason I played COD, really. I like Call of Duty, I like the campaigns and the multiplayer for the most part, but the big thing for me was zombies back in the day. Black Ops 1 was my first ever zombies experience, and I was hooked from then on. And yeah, I was obsessed with the lore and the story and the Ether story and the fucking all this shit with Group 935 and fucking Ethereum and fucking, or Divinium it's called, and fucking Keepers and fucking Apothicons and all this nonsense that used to exist. And then it fell off majorly, like maybe during and after Black Ops 4, and then it never really came back after that. I did play Black Ops 6 Zombies. You know, that wasn't out when I did the video. I think the COD that was out at that time when I did the video was Vanguard Zombies, which was obviously the Dark Ages, man. The fucking Dark Ages. Never played it, but yeah, that was dark fucking times for us, people that played it, for sure. I thought it was over at that point. I thought it was dead. But Black Ops 6, you know, was pretty good. You know, a lot of people don't like the gameplay of it. They don't like the armor system and the health and like zombie health bars and whatever. I'm like, I can take or leave it, really. You know, I prefer the classic kind of like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, you know, all that kind of shit. The free hit, 2 hit down system and whatever, but you know, the new mechanics are fine. They're fun to play. I like mounting over anything and shit. You can like, there's no barriers anywhere, kind of thing. You know, I like the gameplay's fine. The gameplay's fun. It's a fun game and whatever. But yeah, the story tried to do something interesting. It kind of fell off, but you know, Terminus was an excellent map. Liberty Falls, excellent map. Citadel Day More, excellent map. And I played the Tomb, and it wasn't that great, and I kind of fell off. I never played the last 2 maps that came out there. I can't remember their names. Was it Shattered Veil and The Reckoning? Never played them. I need to go back to play them before Black Ops 7 comes out, because that's on Game Pass, which is going up 50% in price, because Xbox are shit, and they're going to fucking collapse in a fucking mighty fire. But I will play it because the story looks promising this time. Hopefully they can fucking do something interesting and engaging and mysterious and enigmatic like the previous games, where they don't just give you everything that you want to know, but they leave threads and mysterious enigmatic points that you don't know the answers to and all that. Ashes of the Damned looks cool. Very interested in it. But it's hard, man, you know, because Zombies was a fucking Frankenstein monster of a mode, man. It was never made to exist. It was kind of podge put together, and they figured out as they went along, and all these secrets just kind of appeared because of that. So I think doing it now, all over again, but it's like established, is a very difficult thing to do. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Movie time! Hey! The A Clamato, formerly known as Anthony. Welcome to the stream, my guy. Hope you're doing well. How are we, my friend? A pleasure to see you again, sir. Thanks so much for tuning in. You're just in time for the last show stream for at least a couple of weeks to a month or so. Very exciting stuff. Hope we're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. How are you? You well? Good. Let's see. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think when we get round to releasing the Call of Duty Zombies video, I'm wanting to do... I'm wanting to do Call of Duty Zombies show streams. So that would mean we would be watching the trailers for the maps and playing through every single map and every single game, like from World at War, Nachter and Toten to Black Ops 7, whatever map's out at the time. That's my goal. Some gaming on the chill streams for Call of Duty Zombies, so I will be probably recruiting people to play, to do the Easter eggs and stuff, because like that's the whole idea, is playing the zombies experience and showing off all the stuff that makes it what it is and what makes it so unique as a gameplay experience. So yeah, I will definitely put that into consideration, Paul. Thank you for the offer. That would be cool. Do that in a stream, you know what I'm saying? But that's a very, very long way away. I don't know when the fuck we're getting around to that. No fucking idea when we're getting around to that, but that's on the cards. That's in the grand plan, the glorious 5-year plan, if you will. Criminal justice reform, so good timing for more movie house. We're fucking post movie house now. This is the movie house aftermath, goddamn. Hey Klman, we're gonna be in the motel doing some movie roundup, summer movie roundups. Again, I've not seen it yet, so I'm very excited to get into it. Very excited to get into it. A bit of on cinema lore I've not yet experienced. A very rare thing for these streams, for sure. It's Movie Motel. If a motel could be a movie, this would be it. One of the most famous movie motels in movie history. On cinema, at the cinema, from Movie Motel starts now. Yeah. Yeah, because we watched the Oscar special live on the day, sure. Thanks to you, Anthony. Thanks so much again for the movie ticket dono. I sincerely appreciate that. Without you, we would not have watched that live. So yeah, we've already, that's done. That's been ticked off the list a million years ago. So we're diving right into this now. Very exciting. I'd be very excited to see News new look for sure. I've seen glimpses of it, so I'm very excited. But yeah, I think that's all the admin. Voiceover still getting worked on. It's going well. I worked on it a little bit earlier today. Just chipping away at it, chipping away at a time, you know. Slow going. It's the most boring part of the whole process of making these videos. But it's got to be done, baby, because I really want to fucking get it out. I'm very excited about it. Like I say, it's probably going to be the longest career perspective that I've done so far. And I think it's going to be a hell of a rabbit hole. I think it'll be quite interesting. It'll be a very interesting little corner of internet history, of animation history, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, less said about it, the better. But hopefully y'all find it interesting, you know. Hopefully y'all enjoy that video. I think it'll be good. I think it's very meaty and a very interesting creative birth of something, a very unique creative journey to make something into a household name, you know? And the script for the remastered Call of Duty Zombies is also getting worked on as well. It's much more meatier, there's much more information, much more lore, much more deep dives going on. Actually talking about how Call of Duty Zombies got started as opposed to just appearing out of fucking nowhere. My research was not as tight as it was back in 2022, but we're much better at it now, I like to think. Been peeking on New. Having a look at New's new look around the corner in his cupboard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, in the meantime, we're gonna dive into the heart. This time we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it now. So hope you all enjoy. Like I say, it's gonna be the last one for quite some time. So just stay tuned to the channel while the chill streams aren't happening, obviously. I'll be posting in the community tab and that if there's anything interesting to talk about. And we will return when the new season of On Cinema finishes and all this kind of stuff. When I eventually roll out subscriptions for the channel, or channel memberships, should I say, I'm going to be doing like member exclusive streams and stuff like that as well. Maybe more centric, maybe like diving it deeper into topics we've covered, like more on cinema streams and stuff like that. You know, we'll soon see about that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, there's a few incentives in there that I think should be interesting to people who are interested in the channel and supporting it and etc. But in the meantime, we're going to watch this now. So yeah, like I said, Career Perspective is there, blah, blah, blah. Check it out. Streamlabs tipping page is down below. And Super Chats are also available if you're interested in supporting the channel, supporting the chill stream, supporting the content, the long form video essay documentary stuff that we do here on the channel. Thank you very much. 80s horror talk, that'd be cool. I was really wanting to do some sort of Halloween stuff on the Klman channel like every October. I'd love to like watch some films, man, like public domain movies that are like horror centric. That'd be so fucking cool. Like I rewatched Plan 9 from Outer Space a couple of days ago. The Ed Wood schlocky sci-fi horror alien flying saucer movie. I love that film. So stupid, so bad. It's great. I love it. And I watched Nosferatu as well, the 1922 film. After I watched the remake, the Robert Eggers remake, the silent film. Incredible movie. Very contemporary camera work in that. It's very fucking bizarre to me how over 100 years ago people were framing shots and the disciplines have not changed all that much. Like you could see a shot from over 100 years ago and you'd be like, you'd be filming like that now. You know what I mean? I think that's so fucking crazy to me. Great film. They say it's a German expressionist film, but I'm like, there's not a lot of German expressionism in it. There's not like bent, painted shadows on the floor, like warped buildings and stuff. That's kind of the like Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. It's kind of more German expressionist than Nosferatu, in my opinion. But either way, that kind of thing is what I would like to do for like October time and stuff like that. Just talk about horror and spooky things, and watching horror films would be fucking rad. Watch-alongs would be sick. But yeah, that's all in the cards. But in the meantime, we're gonna watch something a little bit scarier, ladies and gentlemen. And that is movie expertise in a motel. That's a great idea. I'd love that. Mark with the skinheads. I can't wait to hear about that. That sounds like news. Yeah, I watched The Toxic Avenger last night for the first time. I love Lloyd Kaufman and I'm very aware of like Trauma, but I've never watched a Trauma film for some reason. Just never got around to doing it. So I decided I'll watch The Toxic Avenger last night, which was a fucking amazing film. So ridiculous. Pure trash cinema at its absolute finest. I loved The Toxic Avenger. Toxie is a fucking hero. He's like Jason Voorhees mixed with Spider-Man. So funny. So ridiculous. So over the top. Violent. Just a great film. Very tight as well. Like, very well paced considering how ridiculous the plot is. I was very surprised at that. Ended as stupidly as it began and didn't overstay its welcome or anything like that. Excellent film, The Toxic Avenger. Loved it. Need to watch the rest of it and watch some more Trauma. I think I've seen Poultrygeist, but I can't quite remember. Anyway, here we go. Wah, wah, wah. It's Movie Motel. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, from the 18th of June 2025, not that long ago. Summer Movie Roundup 2025, like I say, the first one in video. The past ones that we've listened to over the past few years have been audio, like the podcasts, which I assume is the point, but they've changed up this year. Hopefully they continue doing this, where it's basically just a long form episode of On Cinema at the Cinema at this point, which is cool. Good idea. I like that. I hope they continue with this. I think that's a good concept. You know, why not? It's just a long form episode. Excellent kind of bridge between the Oscar specials, where everything kind of concludes of that series and into the next one. This is a good idea. I hope they keep doing that. Yeah, I said Poultrygeist. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that one for a while. I feel like I have watched it. I can't quite remember which one. I can't remember if I've seen it or I've been meaning to see it, but I remember watching a lot of clips from it. I'm very familiar with Poultrygeist. Yeah, for the Poultrygeist. Trauma are just a fucking ridiculous production company. I love them. Yeah, I heard about the Toxic Avenger remake with fucking what's his nuts? The fucking little fella from Game of Thrones played Toxie. I don't know. It just seems like it was trying too hard to be silly, that one. I don't know how you can't. I don't know how you can't really capture the schlock the schlock 80s trash and make it like polish it up and make it new and contemporary. I just don't think it works that way. I also got told off with someone else that it was not very good. I need to watch it at some point though. Yeah, it's very interesting to me. Right, okay, we're going to dive into this now. Very exciting. I'm looking forward to this. Like I say, I've not seen it yet. This is the first time. Virgin viewing, if you will. Turn up the audio. Nice windows. Nice windows. Okay. Let's see what Greg Turkington's got the Jaws wine. God damn, it's gonna be fucking crazy. Here we go. Watch that one as well. Oh, this is the other bit of the music. You don't hear that often. Right on set. Yes. I'm glad that we are also. This is just it. Like, we've got the OG shit going on. I'm glad they've carried that over into this roundup as well.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lou Heidecker. And
okay, one critique of the new setup here with highnetwork.com, it always automatically enables captions. I don't want the captions on immediately. I get to choose. I choose. Not you. Me. Alright? Let's move on.
welcome to the On Cinema, At the Cinema Summer Movie Roundup, where we're going to be talking about all the movies coming to theaters this summer. And we're going to give you some advice about which movies to check out, maybe which movies to skip.
This is
joining me today.
This is like an opening from season 1 or season 2, you know? Like, hi everybody, it's Tim Heidecker. Welcome to my show. It's On Cinema at the Cinema. We're going to be talking about movies. Some of the new movies are coming out this year and tell you whether you should go and see them. Some of them you should skip because they're junk. You know, that kind of shit. It's like, that's OG On Cinema. I'm so fucking glad. I think it's just all going to be so good now that we're going back to the roots, you know? I'm so happy about it.
To talk about all these movies. Some movies we've seen, some movies we just are going to be speculating on because they haven't come out yet. From the VSA, one of the leaders on movie expertise, we have with us from the VFA's film library, Greg Turkington. Let's welcome Greg Turkington to High Network Studios.
All right. Unlock that door.
Hang on.
Wonder where they're staying right now. What motel could this be in? There he is.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome to our movie review show. Today we're going to talk about some of the new movies.
Get cozy. We're about to learn some movie expertise. I like that Greg's keeping up the custom movie hat motif that he started in the last season. I only really just noticed that going back to watch it live. Like, that is literally what's going on. He just fucking tapes logos on the hats now.
Movies coming out this summer what you can expect from them.
Coffee, cup of popcorn.
And I brought some goodies for you, kind of kick things off here. First of all, I went by the old movie house, which they're rebuilding it, as far as I know. But there was a dumpster out in front where they're actually throwing away some of the wood that had burned and some of the pieces of the building that have to be basically destroyed or removed.
Yeah, I mean, it was already, he did a good job of that. All the bird dirt destroyed it.
And then for safety.
Oh, yes. He's like constantly Dwayne Johnsoning, for crying out loud. Why did they do that?
Reasons. A lot of the building is
they're going to be tearing it down.
So, but anyway, these people that take this stuff out, they're not movie buffs, clearly, because I went into the dumpster and you won't even believe what I found, which I thought had been lost completely.
It's a movie house.
Not even a scratch on it.
Wow, that's a miracle.
That is a movie house exhibit that we were doing there, which I couldn't find anything.
You'd think everything in there would just be dust because of the way that fell.
But this looks like it hasn't even, but then the rest of the stuff wasn't there at all. So I don't know if it's some of the people that are removing this stuff that are keeping it.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck. My girlfriend's just locking the door. Welcome, Zach Bonfante. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Do not worry about coming in late. You're here now. You're just in time. It's only just started, really. But yes, we actually were talking trauma. Greetings from Traumaville, says Lloyd Kaufman. I was just talking about how I watched The Toxic Avenger for the first time last night. I've been very, very well aware of Trauma for ages, but I just never got around to watching any of their stuff. And I decided to start with their flagship series, and it's an incredible film. I loved it very much. And other things. Yeah, we love Trauma. Trauma Entertainment are fucking excellent. Like, that's the thing that I kind of thought when I was watching The Toxic Avenger. Like, Lloyd Kaufman had a book called Make Your Own Damn Movie. Yeah, which was about, you know, making films and why you should just go out and do it and how to go out and do it. Yeah, Electric Prices and Heating. That was, yes! Top quality conversation tidbits here on the Klman channel. Yeah, it was top. I like how just as ridiculous, as over the top violent as Trauma films are, that's kind of the whole point that Lloyd Kaufman says, is you should just go out and make your own damn movie. It doesn't fucking matter really what it is, so long as you have filmmaking chops. Just go out and fucking make the damn thing. And that's what the Toxic Avenger kind of represented to me while watching it. It's an excellent film. I love Trauma. They just do their own thing. Publicly funded and all this kind of shit. They're like the BBC of schlock. They're goats.
But I don't think so. Anyway, that's for you.
We don't.
Just
I don't need
put
that.
it on the table. We can look at it later.
Just
And
give it
then
out to you as a
also,
gift.
I got. Well, this is just kind of a housewarming present or something.
Housewarming present. It's a motel.
It's a Babe suitcase from the
Babe.
Babe movie. Not Babe, Pig in the City.
The South Park lads. Is that real? Now, as far as I'm aware, I know James Gunn started off at Trauma, and then he went off and made like Sliver and shit like that. Oh, is that real? Matt Stone and Trey Parker? Maybe you're right. That's lore that I'm not aware of. I know how like South Park got started with like the Christmas card and all this kind of shit and sending it away and whatever. People just kind of capturing it online, but that's news to me. I need to check that out. Very interesting. I know that Stan Lee was good friends with Lloyd Kaufman as well, which I think's based. Were they? No fucking shot. I need to check that out after the stream. Very interesting. Oh my god, was Cannibal the Musical Trauma? That's fucking nuts. Like, I knew about Cannibal the Musical. I knew that they wrote it in, like, college or university, but I didn't know that Trauma picked that up. That's crazy. Holy shit. Damn. Well, that's fucking rad. I guess that makes perfect sense. That's so fucking cool. So many amazing creatives got their start at Trauma. That'd be a very interesting video. The history of Trauma. We need to think about that. Hang on a minute. Let's see what my girlfriend is doing. There you are. You're a wimp. You're a wimp. I gave her a fright. You haven't taught Trauma in 15 years. Jesus Christ, well, you've come to the right place. We love Trauma entertainment here. Well, that may be an interesting video. Because it just seems like Trauma has a very hefty history, and it seems like a lot of interesting people came out of it, so that may be on the cards, the history of Trauma entertainment. May have just came up with a topic over here on the Klman channel. I think that may be right, because I know Cannibal the Musical is Matt and Trey, and it seems like the kind of film that Trauma would do, so interesting. Anyway, we need to fucking watch this.
This is the Babe Ruth.
That's cool.
Babe. So kind of a cool duffel
Baseball.
bag that you can use if you're traveling or just to keep clothes in.
All right, thank you. That's the Babe, not Babe the pig, but Babe Ruth.
Not Babe, the Babe.
Babe Ruth, the Babe.
And then I think you're gonna like. Well, this also I retrieved
Babe
from
Ruth.
Movie House, which is the
Movie House.
Mon Pa Kettle Cream of Shrimp
I'm
soup
so
can,
glad.
which
The
was one of the
Crossing
things I was
Blackwell
most worried
soup
about
can.
because
We've
it's
got
actually
that
one of the
back
more
over here as
valuable
well.
treasures of the Victorville Film Archive
Sure
that
is.
got left behind. when we
Not
had
just
to get back.
unscathed.
Unscathed.
I mean, it's rusty, but it was rusty before.
Right, it was
Yeah, it's
unscathed from
rough.
the
53.
accident. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
And just put it over there. We can look. We get a shot of that later. Just put on the table.
Yeah,
We'll
shot of that. Yeah, okay.
And then I brought you this as kind of a housewarming present. This is kind of cool.
It's kind of cool.
I found this at Smart and Final. They're selling
what does it say?
Jaws.
Is it Merlot? No, it's just red. It's just literally a red wine. Amity Island Red. That's quite nice. I tried red wine for the first time a couple of days ago, and it was last week. It's all right. Very dry and vinegary, but palatable, you know.
Jaws wine.
Prefer Prosecco, really.
It's just regular wine, but with a Jaws blurb on the back talking about the movie.
Cool.
And I'm hoping this is just the beginning of a lot of other movie wines.
Movie wines, is this going to be a new arc for Greg?
Wine.
Smart.
With Bogart and Bergman on the cover.
Catherine
with Katharine Hepburn.
Psycho Sauvignon Blanc. Like it's just black and white, and it's yeah.
Gone with the Wind.
That's a great idea.
Would be good. Even a Jaws 2 wine, if people liked the Jaws wine, they can move on to Jaws 2 wine. Or you could have
all the Jaws films.
E.T.
Right. All right. Well, let's get
or Jaws Star Wars wine. Any of
Really? Jesus. Well, that sounds like fucking video nasty shit. You'd think they'd be like terrified of that kind of shit. That's pretty cool. Well, trauma just was out there. Yeah, that'd be a very interesting topic for a video essay, I think. I need to do some research and ruminate on that. I think we may have just came up with something here today, ladies and gentlemen, for a new video.
Yeah, anyone.
Or you could have a Jaws spaghetti sauce, which would be kind of cool too, or other food products
like
based on popular movies.
You
could have a King Kong spaghetti sauce from the original 1939
Why are we
King
talking
Kong,
spaghetti
but then
sauce?
also you could sort of try some of the other movie King Kong versions and see how those spaghetti sauces were, like a 1976
Yeah, all right.
King Kong spaghetti sauce.
What are you
All right, we do have a lot of movies to get.
Lang.
We have a lot of movies to get to.
Or
so
the
just
Jack Black King
wrap
Kong.
it up. All right.
Wrap it up. Greg is fucking. I think he's like trying to cope with the loss of Movie House, man. Talking about cinema spaghetti sauce.
Thank you very much. Let's get into these movies. Before we do, I just want to make a couple
just want
of
to put that on the
Yeah. There we go.
announcements.
just put these.
Come on, Greg. Fuck's sake, you got space beside you.
Just want to clear the air about a couple things before we get into this movies. You know,
Impossible.
From my personal life perspective,
What was he? Okay.
and you know this, I don't need to tell
movie
you, I'll address this right to the audience here.
Okay.
I think it's important to be honest and candid with you
Really
about where I'm at.
Jesus.
And frankly, you know, I think it was
Really? Favorite? I need to add that to my
a
list.
long time coming, but Tony Newman and I have officially, permanently separated.
No way. Seriously? That's news. Is that what's happening? Is she gone?
And
No
working
fucking
through
shit.
the sort of Byzantine process of the divorce
Byzantine?
process,
That's
which I've
crazy.
been through before and know quite well. But
With her.
Yeah, before.
wow,
Wow, holy fuck.
LaRue
Thank
has
fucking
been
God for that. LaRue?
surveilling the situation so that we
Obviously.
get a fair trial. And that the evidence is clear
I mean, thank
where
God for that
I'm coming
woman,
from
man.
and where
She's
she's coming
free.
from. And she has, of course, the opportunity and the right and privilege to surveil me, by the way.
Does she? Good.
And
That's
she
nice.
can exercise that right whenever she
her
wants.
money.
I don't know if she will. But in my...
I need to fucking... I'm very interested in this because everyone's been saying this. The kind of slow build up to the judge getting his rocks off, you know what I'm saying? I'm very curious about it.
surveillance, we have discovered some very potentially damaging information involving not just Tony, but someone that I used to consider
he's
a
dead.
close friend, almost a family member.
Axiom.
And we have these pictures to show you, and I would like answers, frankly,
these
from Joe.
Exposed
And
exclusive.
Tony can communicate through
Oh my
her
God.
lawyer if she wishes to clarify exactly what's going on with these pictures, because I have a lot of
Sizzler.
questions and I think the jury will as well.
No way.
Obviously, it's a shock
That's
to
crazy.
see those images and damaging
You're even
evidence.
going to mention his name.
And I'm ashamed Shame on you, Joe.
Shame on you, Joe. Never mind.
And of course, shame on Tony,
you, Joe.
but that goes without saying. All right, let's get into these movies.
Sleepy Joe's done it again.
Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. This was a big one. We got a chance to see this last week. Directed by Christopher McQuarrie.
I love McQuarrie.
Starring Tom Cruise, of course. Haley Atwell.
You can't lose. I've never seen a single Mission Impossible, and I'm not gonna lie about it. I just haven't. Just never happened. And now there's so fucking many of them. It's ridiculous. But you know, I remember when there was like 2 or 3 when I was a little fella. Just never. Never watched them.
Well, and Ving Rhames. Our lives, excuse me.
The eyesight's ruined again.
I have no use of this eye, which
Why?
is putting a lot of pressure on the other eye.
I can't put spectacles on. Come on.
Our lives are the sum of our choices. Tom Cruise is Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. That's Mission Impossible: The Final. 169 minutes, released on May 23rd, directed by Chris.
Hey, Hubbleson, welcome to the stream, my guy. Good to see you. How are we doing? Vong Ram. I love that character. Yeah, I mean, they're an action spy, I was about to say sci-fi. They're not action spy films with like stunts and all that kind of shit. And obviously, Tom Cruise does his own stunts. That's cool. I need to check them out at some point. They seem interesting. I love Vong Ram. Well, welcome, Hubbleson. How are you doing? Well, how are you? Thanks for tuning in.
Christopher McQuarrie, starring Tom Cruise. As Ethan Cunt. Ethan
Cunt.
Hunt.
He said it. I said it first.
First of all, I don't believe it's going to be the final reckoning. I think it's going to be another reckoning.
You're right. There was a.
No, he said on record, I believe, that this is the final mission for District.
How many times have we heard that before?
I know, liars.
How many times have you heard there'll never be a sequel to Ghostbusters and then Ghostbusters?
Very true. That's true. You got movies like Tom Cruise in them. You can't lose. Fuck yeah. Always get excited when you hear that name mentioned on cinema. Greg's right. They kept saying that after Ghostbusters 2, and look what happened. I've still not even seen Frozen Empire yet. And he's also right. This is only part 1 of the Final Reckoning. There was a second part to the Final Reckoning. Happens in 2 parts.
Ghostbusters 2 comes
it's a big
out
reckoning.
5 other Ghostbusters movies.
5 other Ghostbusters movies, is that right? The remake that no one watched. Afterlife. He's one off there, I think.
Also, there was another movie that they did that was a Mission Impossible. The
Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Dead Reckoning Part 1.
That was the last movie. This is Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning.
So where's Dead Reckoning Part 2?
Well said.
There isn't. So obviously there's going to be another one. I think it's a good marketing gimmick, and I got to tip my hat to Hollywood for that.
Tip of the hat.
But there will be more. Also interesting about this one, every Mission Impossible.
There's got to be a lot of reckonings before the final reckoning, you know what I'm saying? There's got to be at least 3 reckonings before you get to the final reckoning. There's a lot of reckonings to get through.
Movie, since the first one has been slightly longer than the one before.
Really?
And this one you said 169 minutes. I have it as 170 minutes. But Rogue Nation, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, that was the only one that didn't improve on the running time.
All these films sound like new films. I've never heard of Rogue Nation before.
This one is longer than the one before that, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of a cool thing. That's really the way it should be. And too often, I think filmmakers cut corners and make sequels shorter.
Exactly. You think think of all the great trilogies, man. They always get another final reckoning. Toy Story 4. And now there's another Toy Story coming out. These are all... It never ends. There's no such thing as the final reckoning. There's only multiples of them.
And that's never a good thing. But with Tom Cruise, who's really Hollywood royalty at this point, they're not going to cut corners if Tom Cruise is involved.
All right, well, this will then go down as the longest Mission Impossible movie because it will be...
And I have a Hollywood prediction, if we can do that on the show.
Wow,
if Tom Cruise is moving on from the Mission Impossible series... guess where there is a job available? Helming the James Bond franchise.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Tom Cruise as James Bond would be pretty great.
Now you'd get me to see a James Bond movie. That's the only way you'd get me to see a James Bond
movie. And I want you to see a James Bond movie. When I've tried to get you to watch them, you fall asleep during them. So.
Does it like them?
Your rating on Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. Your rating on Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
I'm gonna give it 5 bags of popcorn, but a curtain in front of it, so you can't see the popcorn. And then when you lift the curtain, you see that it's 5 bags of popcorn, sort of as my commentary to them having a curtain in front of their plans to actually make more Mission Impossible movies.
Okay, I'm giving it 5 bags. Thank you. I'm giving it 5 bags of popcorn. Despite the fact that it is a very confusing movie for me, I found it. I didn't, as I told you afterwards, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I knew when.
I love it. Tim just doesn't know what's happening in a film. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Planes were flying and the diving underwater and fighting. There's a lot of fighting in it, which I like. Man. The plot completely confused me and everybody.
Oh look, that white bag is taking the shape of a popcorn. Interesting.
I talked to had no idea what was going on.
No, you got to watch it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I will.
But
it's still 5 bags because it's that good of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep moving because these are the movies we've seen.
Oh, Lilo and Stitch.
Well,
I'm my fucking god. Yeah.
Introducing the names of the movies. Just calm down. You're getting really excited about these.
You get really excited. He's excited.
About this one.
You're not letting me do what I'm here to do, which is to set up the opportunity.
Well, you can set it up. I'm just saying what the
review.
next one's going to be.
That's my responsibility.
Greg.
But I have.
You're coming. I know you're coming with the expertise and the knowledge that exceeds my knowledge. Although my knowledge exists as well.
It does.
But my role here, and it.
Like we need to constantly reiterate who's doing what after 12 years of this shit. We still don't know what the roles are.
Always has been.
Always has been.
Is for me to set up the name and and what movie we're talking about.
No, you're right. You're right.
Encroach on that.
He's right.
It becomes very hard for us to proceed.
Okay, carry on.
Lilo and is it Lilo or Lilo? Lilo and Stitch.
Either way.
Lilo and Stitch, directed by Dean Fleischer Camp, starring Maya Kealoha, Sydney,
Hawaii, which is the setting of Lilo and Stitch.
Gadong and Chris Sanders. A lonely high.
I saw this in the fucking cinema at 12 p.m. one day, just when it came out. Because my girlfriend loves Stitch. This fucking idiot right here. This stupid blue fucking fuzzball dweeb. And, pretty much like every other live action Disney remake, it was just very mid. Felt very unnecessary. Just following the beats of something that already came out that was better. I think once producers particularly realize that animation isn't just like another genre of film, but like a completely different fucking medium of film that doesn't always necessarily translate into a live action setting like this, the better, because I just don't fucking get why they do it, really. And this was very similar. Like, it was just like, why? And some of the fucking film choices in this too, like story, plot choices to make it different. Ugh. Not a big fan. Best movie set in Hawaii, Lilo and Stitch. Stitch. Middle of the road, 5 bagger. Lilo and Stitch is a 5 bagger, so by default this has to be like, I give it 5 bags of popcorn, but they're borrowed bags of popcorn, so they don't get to keep them. They just get to take a couple of bits of popcorn out of the bags.
I would, what's that word?
I've not seen a lot of Hawaii films, really.
Right there.
That's Hawaiian, but I have a totally different.
A lonely Hawaiian girl befriends
a
runaway alien, helping to mend her fragmented family. What's your thoughts on Lilo and Stitch?
This one's not a sequel; it's actually a remake. There's actually been 4 Lilo and Stitch movies before this. This is the first time they've done a flat-out remake. The others were sequels. And there's actually a movie called Stitch the Movie.
That's right.
That wasn't a movie because it was only 60 minutes long.
What was Stitch the movie again? I don't fucking remember that. Was that the one that was the... There was a Lilo and Stitch TV series as well, which slapped. Because there was like different aliens in it every fucking episode. And there was a movie that starred the series. Like, they did that a lot with like Disney Channel stuff. I wonder if that was the film. The theme song for the Lilo and Stitch TV show went fucking hard as well. Oh Hannah, Wahoo, come on by.
To
Banger.
Video.
Okay.
So that shouldn't even count in the chronology.
But we'll forget about that then.
And your review, your rating for Lilo and Stitch.
This is cool. It's nice to see
there was a lot of shows that did that,
live
like
action element.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was a film before it started as a series as well, like a TV. I remember watching that when it dropped, man. Holy smokes. That's the unk status that I fucking carry. I watched the film debut for Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends before the series even fucking started, brother. Crazy. Craig McCracken, we love that guy.
To the Lilo and Stitch universe, so I think in that way it's a very groundbreaking movie. I'm going to give it
Is it
5
groundbreaking, is it?
bags of popcorn.
Okay.
Along with, I guess, some sort of Hawaiian... what are those flowers that the
lei?
Lei.
How does he know that?
A miniature lei that you can have.
How does he know what a lei
as a
is?
souvenir?
Okay.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
my
if
point.
you're a kid or you're friends
Animation
with
does
kids, or
not
you
always
are, if you have a
translate
kid,
to
if
live
you're a
action,
child,
so
Or if
why
you're an
fucking
adult.
bother?
you would love this movie,
Except
and you'd love to
yeah,
take
come on.
those children to the movies to see this. That's
I mean,
what
they tried with that when it was like the suits and shit were fucking phenomenal. 5 bags of pizza, maybe a little, maybe one of those little, set of nunchucks to defend yourself from the Foot Clan.
my perspective is on this one. A lot of action and comedy and
Boy,
full
Bagger,
of
don't see that very
different
often, man.
story points.
Good
You know,
film.
a lot of these
Story points.
things. It's not just a day in the life of Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and
in other
Stitch
words.
came out in 2004, so I would have been like a 6-year-old little boy. Very interesting year for Disney in terms of films coming out. That was really the only one that was a box office smash. The other ones were like Atlantis and Treasure Planet. The best Disney film of all fucking time, Treasure Planet, got shafted because I think it came out at it was in cinemas at the same time as fucking Spider-Man 2. How in the name of fucking God was it going to top that? Come on. But Lilo and Stitch was really the only one that year that really made a mark. You know what I'm saying?
Things happen in a way that makes me compelled to find out what's going to happen next. I give it 5 bags of popcorn and 1 cup of soda, and
Ooh,
almost
cup of
like not. You don't want kids having a bunch of caffeine, so it'd be a Sprite.
No, it's okay if they stay up
Good
to watch
idea.
the movies.
Good
Well,
Sprite.
question for you though.
Right about the
Here's
kids.
kind of an interesting question:
What's
Is Leela or is the Stitch?
The Stitch.
Is Stitch a lovable character or not? Because he causes
he
a lot
is.
of trouble and stuff.
That's a good question. We should
Never
put
gives
that
out
out to
5
the,
bags. That's
the
the whole
audience
point
out
of
there.
movie
Write in and let us
expertise.
know
A 5
your
bagger
thoughts
is
on that
like
question.
Lovable.
Is Stitch lovable? Tips it. Why would... What a fucking... Oh my god, what a deep philosophical question. Is Stitch a lovable character? Because, you know, he's created as a monster. Oh, I forgot about the... Yeah, he knows. So you remembered. That's such a fucking deep cut, man. From the fucking trial. See, that's the whole point. See, Stitch was created. He's an alien killing machine. He was created to be the most unstoppable, murderous creature in the galaxy. But is he lovable? He's like a dog. He can speak. He understands the importance of family and being good. You know? So is he lovable? I don't fucking know. These are the questions. These are the questions we need to ask. That are very important. Is Stitch lovable? I need to email him about that. Oh, Crypto in the new Superman? Yeah. Yeah, they were talking about how, you know, he should behave like a dog. But I was like, well, I get the point. Yeah, he is a dog, but he's not like an Earth dog, is he? He's a Kryptonian dog. Isn't that the point? Is that the lore? I'm pretty sure Crypto is a Kryptonian creature. So does he need to act like a dog? Could be a completely different idea. Could not act like a dog. I don't know. I didn't mind that whole aspect, but I was like, yeah, he's just a fucking misbehaving little trollop. Yeah, very interesting point that. There's Sprite. I love that.
All right, we have another sequel here, Karate Kid Legends, directed by Jonathan Entwistle from The Who, the band The Who, starring Jackie Chan, Ben Wang, and Joshua Jackson. After Kung Fu prodigy Li Fong relocates to New York City, he attracts unwanted attention from a local...
Such a weird fusion, like putting that shitty remake that it's not even got karate in it. It's like Kung Fu and the actual Karate Kid in a film together. Interesting idea. I don't know how good
karate champion and embarks on a journey to enter the ultimate karate competition with the help.
It's so weird that it's Mr. a franchise. I don't know what it is. Like, how did it become so massive?
LaRusso. Like your thoughts on Karate Kid?
Well, this is one of the things that I talk about a lot on Our Cinema, which is the other movie review show that I do.
You talk about it in Our Cinema? When?
Is that if you wait too long to do sequels, you run the risk of losing cast members. That could be very important, which is why if you're doing a movie, you got...
How the fuck can you make it? It's like they didn't even know what martial arts was. They just thought like karate was like a word for kung fu. Are you fucking simple? Are you dense? Who made that fucking film, man? I hate it here. I want to go home. Shut up, kid. Dumbass. Yeah, the trial is like the best bit of, I mean, not my opinion, but you know, I think a lot of people would say the trial was like probably the greatest thing that On Cinema ever did in terms of how just out there and anti-comedy it was. Hey, Ben Ferguson, welcome to the stream. Hope we're doing well, my friend. How are you? Our Cinema, a show that basically doesn't exist. I think the only time Our Cinema existed was for that one Oscar special that they did with Mark Post. And what is he talking about? When has he ever done that outside of this show?
The cast together, you got the story.
It's just an
do
idea
the sequels one after another. You know, like they did the Back to the Future sequels. They shot them together. And I think they missed that opportunity because Mr. Miyagi from the Karate Kid movies has died. Now you've got Mr. Han, which is... He's okay, but...
Hostage video, it's like the video
didn't like this movie?
that Heath Ledger does
I
in
love
The Dark
the movie,
Knight.
but I just missed the original character.
I'm going to be reviewing a movie starting tonight. I'm a movie buff of my word.
So,
5 bags of popcorn?
well, it would be 5 bags with Mr. Miyake.
It would
with
be.
Mr. Han, it's 4 bags, but it was very good. I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn.
Wow, 5 bags!
Right.
Holy
I
shit!
enjoy these kind of movies. I don't have those issues that you have with them.
You didn't love Mr. Miyagi?
I love Mr. Miyagi, of course, but I
Miyagi?
don't come in with the baggage of needing things to be a certain way. I come in with an open mind, and that's why I think from a moviegoer's perspective, I represent our audience better than you do, who has a more refined approach.
No, because
that's a good. You know, I think you should go in with an open mind and not expect things. You know, every interpretation of a story is different. I mean, I'm always kind of like, well, there has to be like some hallmarks of a thing, but you know, I respect that. I actually have a lot of respect for that. You know, every film has a different thing going on and a different rendition of a thing. Well done, Tim. Very mature. Very mature.
The audience that I bring are the people that actually like
you distance
movies.
people from appreciating the movies you review. I've heard that from a lot of people. I have.
So in your mind, if you had a Casablanca without Rick, without Humphrey Bogart, that's just as good as anything. If you have a James Bond movie without James Bond, which we're going to talk about the John Wick movie later, which is basically what they've done there, is the first John Wick movie.
Well, all I'm saying is I'm providing a more of an everyman's approach to going to the movie theaters, where your approach is a little more refined.
The deep insane expertise. Oh, man. It's interesting. See, these kind of conversations, like, as kind of almost vapid as they are, it's kind of an interesting perspective that they give you. Like, Tim's got a very interesting point there, and Greg's also like, yeah, but what if that, you know, if this didn't have this, then, you know, is that the same? Like, damn, what are we doing here? Are we actually like talking about the deeper machinations of viewing and reviewing films? What the fuck is going on here? What the flip? Every 5 bags means something different from the other 5 bags. No 2 5-baggers are the same.
And it distances people, and they're unable to get much out of your reviews. That's
every man that doesn't watch movies. Right. That's the every man that you're.
Well, you're playing to a very refined, small
of movie lovers, which is actually most of the world. So
we love
movies. That's why you have big movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Thank you very much. Bring her back.
Star Wars.
Bring her back. As another film that we got a chance to check out. Scary movie, not Scary Movie, the movie Scary Movie, but a scary movie.
Yeah.
2 directors.
Directed by, I'm getting to that. Directed by Danny Philip and Michael Philip Philip O.U.
Phillips.
Starring Billy Barrett, Sally Hawkins, and Misha Haywood. Very similar to them in a name to Hollywood, but it's Haywood. A brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother.
Very intriguing.
Bring her back. Scariest movie of the year.
Definitely the scariest movie.
Looks very cool. What the fuck does that sentence mean? That heart on cinema, at the cinema, on YouTube, on location. How many movies do you watch before you start filming? None. Of course not. I don't think the vast majority of these films, I feel like they probably haven't seen. Although Greg is interesting because he does mention, obviously he knows a lot of niche films, or the character Greg Turkington talks about like just completely random ass arbitrary movies and stuff. But a lot of them he does actually have insight on, like very rarely, but he does talk about some films and it's like, damn, he knows stuff about them, like particularly like Joe Estevez movies he knows a lot about. And I wouldn't be surprised, he seems like the kind of guy who would have a very niche understanding of like different films and stuff like that. He seems like a very cool guy, Greg Turkington. I'd hang out with that fella. But yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. Like, I'm not shocked at all to hear that information.
Of the year, if not the decade. It's kind of interesting. It's sort of like the Exorcist meets Crocodile Dundee, because it's filmed in Australia.
Is that a fact?
But the thing that I think has a lot of film buffs talking about this movie is the presence of VHS tapes in the plot, which is the first time this has been done. And hopefully not the last, because it's interesting for film buffs when you see the VHS tape become an integral part of the story.
Like The Ring.
That makes you want to see the movie even more. And that's why this has been a very big hit. And again, with the movie buffs that I know, not the everymans that you know that don't go to movies, but the movie buffs that I know that do go to movies, they've seen this movie as many as 7 or 8 times.
This. It looks cool.
All right, well, there was the VHS horror movie franchise from a few years back, very successful.
VHS, yeah, the VHS franchise. I've not even seen any of those yet. I do need to watch VHS. They seem very interesting to me. Yeah, apparently the newest one has like AI stuff in it, which is very unfortunate. But you know, he's blood of the croc. That's right. He was born in Australia. It resonates deeply with him. He's movie Dial Dundee. You know what I'm saying? Movie File Dundee. Movie File Dundee. We did it. That was the bit. That was the bit of the stream. And
I don't think
nothing's going to be funny.
Halloween.
No,
there's nothing funny
franchise
anymore.
Called.
Why does the quality keep dropping every time I fucking pause the video?
With the movie buffs that I know,
incredibly irritating.
Not the everymans that you know that don't go to movies, but the movie buffs that I know that do go to movies, they've seen this movie as many as 7 or 8 times.
All right. Well, there was.
We don't watch things on film, even like film reel projectors. It needs to be VHS or nothing. If it's not in that plastic case, what's the fucking point?
This is the VHS horror movie franchise from a few years back, very successful, and I don't think it's a new concept.
Halloween.
No, the franchise called VHS, which is found footage.
When it says movie. VHS on the side of the movie, where's those videotapes I
brought? It's ridiculous. Home Alone.
Well, that one has tape over it, but if it says VHS on the side, that's not the title of the movie. That's the format of the tape, because you have
great.
beta.
Just denying that the fucking VHS films exist. Improvement. Yeah, that's better. It's much better. Yeah, well, VHS isn't a Hollywood franchise. Any movies are made in Hollywood, California, where every street has a story. Then it's not It's not really like Oscar movies, you know what I'm saying? It's not really the same. They're movies, but you know, are they Oscar winners? I wouldn't. Do they live in a house of Oscar? I don't think they do.
I'm aware of that.
VHS.
I'm aware of that. Yeah. Thank you.
So that's not a film franchise. That would just be the format.
Come on, Greg.
So.
5 bags of popcorn again?
Yeah, 5 bags of popcorn, and I'm going to throw
Again.
in, a blank videotape, so you can tape this movie onto it and sort of fulfill the prophecy as foretold in this very scary horror movie reminiscent of The Omen.
Okay, I'm redacting my review of this. Bring her back. I skipped this one. I wasn't aware that it was about a horror movie.
Patrick Troughton's in The Omen.
I thought it was going to be a rom-com, and I'm staying away from those right now.
Did you see it, though?
Like I said, I did not see it.
I wish I had a VHS. I watched VHS tapes when I was a very, very, very young, small boy, but I don't know if any of those got kept. I highly doubt it. The only VHS tape I remember owning was a copy of Rugrats in Paris. I had that on VHS back in the day. I remember that very well. Very well. There's probably a couple of Disney films I owned as well, but yeah. Oh no, my sisters let me, very young and impressionable age, I watched like the first few seasons of South Park, like season 1, 2, 3, on VHS as well, which is hilarious. Bad Influence. Also the South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. That was also on VHS.
All these, some of which haven't even come out yet.
Well, I've been getting, as I tell you, from my contacts, getting some sneak preview tickets.
Okay.
Let's talk about the world of John Wick.
The sneak preview, here's an interesting thing, kind of insider information again, but sneak previews are screenings that take place before the premiere. So when you see people walking the red carpet and stuff, that's not the real premiere. The real premiere is the sneak preview. And these are focus groups and previews to see if there's something that they need to fix with the movie before the big night in Hollywood with the red carpet. So
Really?
there's no red carpet at a sneak preview. Right. On the other hand, we got to see some of these movies.
We did. We'll talk about that.
Very
from the world of John Wick.
Very cool.
Which I talked about earlier.
Ballerina, directed by Len Wiseman, starring Anna de Armas, Keanu Reeves, Ian McShane, an assassin trained in the traditions of Ruska Roma organization, sets out to seek revenge after her father's death.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Completely forgot about that. That's right. Oh my god. That is such a fucking flashback, because I was like a young fella. Oh my god, that's right. They're sitting in the camera, the dog keeps changing, and they're always looking at the camera like, so innocent and shit. But that's insane. Oh, thanks Ben Ferguson for tuning in. See you later, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening or afternoon or whatever time it may be, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. That's fucking crazy, man. I completely forgot about that. Fucking Trey with his frosted tips and Matt Stone with his big ass fro. That's correct. I remember that. Very fuzzy memories. Like, I've watched obviously the episodes since, but like, yeah, watching them on VHS at that age, very hard to remember. I specifically remember the episode where it's Dr. Mephisto and he makes a clone of Stan. And he goes, chewy chomp, ba-chomp, ba-chewy, chewy chomp. I remember watching that when I was a kid, specifically. Yeah, they were doing some really weird shit back then. When the show just kind of started and they were just kind of like trying to figure out, I guess, what it was they were trying to do with it. Did a lot of shit like that, man. That's really funny.
All right, your thoughts on the world of John Wick. And before you begin, I think my thoughts immediately were a John Wick theme park of some kind.
That they're doing right now
when I saw them from the world of the John Wick world,
you know, like I'm not gonna,
Disney World.
I love them
or,
regardless.
Universal Studios.
Well, that would be a John Wick world.
Yeah,
would be like if Disneyland had no Mickey Mouse, because there's John Wick is in this movie for 15 seconds. So
it's not good.
It's a very strange strategy. I don't think it would work with James Bond, for instance. From the world of James Bond, here's a new movie without James Bond. You could say, basically, Casablanca is from the world of the Wizard of Oz. Because none of those characters are in Casablanca, you know? And John Wick, this is kind of
fucking insane.
What
are they doing that for? What is happening? Why are they doing this? I mean, I know it's not really shown on the stream, I don't think, but I would like to kind of watch it in the best quality possible. I'm going to refresh it for a quick second. Sorry about this, folks. Seems every time I fucking pause and restart, it just does this, and it's quite irritating, honestly. I need to find where the fuck I was, man. It was about the halfway point. And here? Perhaps?
And Tornado is the name of a character.
Nope.
World of James Bond. Here's a new
go.
movie without James Bond. You could say basically Casablanca is from the world of the Wizard of Oz.
Casablanca.
Because none of those characters are in Casablanca, you know? And John Wick, but this is kind of a con, kind of a rip-off. This is not a John Wick movie, and I think just adding his name to the title.
Well, let's not review it. Let's
no,
not
I want to review it because it's a very good movie. It's just that it is.
If you have that big of an issue with it, maybe we shouldn't draw attention to it.
I don't know.
I loved it. It's just a bit of fraud on the audience, and I've heard you talk about class action lawsuits.
Cinematic
which I'm in the middle of right now, actually. Which
suing the John Wick people.
Right.
Because that's what I'd like to propose, and maybe we can get some of my fellow film buffs that are watching this to get
Dimension
involved.
merge,
You
man.
can't
It's like Christian all over again.
in the title when he's just making a cameo.
Well, I don't want to play all my cards right now. With that, you brought it up, so I feel like that's an opportunity for me to address
you've got
it.
it in. Here we go.
I got to be really careful about this, the way I phrase this, but let me put it this way. There are adultery laws in this country. They have to be enforced. And if you are an establishment, say a dining establishment.
Oh, here we go. What were we talking about?
You know, and you're caught facilitating the breaking of these laws, you have to be held accountable too, as a company.
Sure, yeah.
So there is a company out there that we're looking at very seriously.
With a class action?
I think so, yeah. I think that's how it would be classified. It would be a lawsuit, essentially, or potentially illegal activity.
Right.
Well, how much do you think you're going to get from that?
Listen, there just has to be accountability if you're going to facilitate the breaking of adultery laws. And again, I don't want to say too much more.
He's definitely trying to rope in the movie house now.
Let's talk about
how many bags of popcorn
for John Wick.
No, for the world of John Wick.
Yeah, it sounds to me like Tim just said he's planning on roping Greg Turkington's movie house into this lawsuit against his massage parlor.
The world of John Wick, ballerina. I think that's important because it is about a ballerina. I don't love ballets and these kinds of that kind of art.
The Nutcracker.
But I will.
At least he calls it art.
Under duress, gun to my head, put this at a 5-bag rating. Because of the quality of the filmmaking and the acting abilities by everybody involved is pretty impressive. So 5 bags, but no soda at this time. Let's talk about Tornado, directed by John McClane from Die Hard. Starring Jack Lowden, Tim Roth, and Rory McCann. A Japanese puppeteer's daughter gets caught up with criminals when their show crosses paths with the crime gang led by Sugar Man and his little son, Little Sugar. Not exactly what I was expecting. I was hoping for a Twister type tale or a Wizard of Oz or Tornado. This is a little deceiving again, but go ahead.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be a sequel to Twister, essentially. And
looks interesting.
Tornado is the name of a character. So again, this is another one that class action might be called for. Class action,
yeah, man. Get these fucking guys into the courtrooms and pay the movie bucks back.
In this case, if you called the movie Luke Skywalker, and people are like, oh, it's a Star Wars movie. No, that's just a character in our movie about a farmer named Luke Skywalker. That's a little bit iffy, and I think this is a little bit iffy as well. So I'm going to give it 0 bags of popcorn.
Holy shit!
All right, 0 bags of popcorn for Tornado. And I will.
Are you serious?
I'll side with you on that one and just refuse to review it.
You just get a fucking 0 bagger. A 0 bag review from Greg. I am actually fucking befounded by that. Holy fuck, that's crazy.
Refuse to review it because if you're going to say Tornado, I want to see the path of the destruction and the houses turning to timber.
Angry.
And, the destruction that a tornado can bring and does bring in real life in so many ways, and cars getting picked up and twirled around. This should be called the Samurai Warrior or something or Sugar Man.
I am
but they took the wrong direction with the Tornado title. And
Well,
that's
if there's a
shame.
character named Tornado, why would you even name a character that? Because I've never met anyone named Tornado, and I've seen a lot of movies, and there's never been a character named Tornado before.
There must have been a tornado out there, Greg. It seems
definitely
like a
part of a
80s fog name.
concerted effort
And
to
let's just
defraud
say,
the ticket buyer, and that's not right.
From what I understand
Not
from
right.
you, it's a good movie.
It's a great movie. When I say 0 bags of popcorn,
It's a
that's
zero
not
bagger.
reflecting on the quality of the movie. That's basically like saying I'm not reviewing it, because the actual scale would be from 1 to 5. So if it was
Yes.
bad, I would give it 1 bag.
Oh, so
0
zero is
is saying
refuse to
there's no
review.
review.
Okay.
My actual review would be 5 bags of popcorn.
All right, okay.
All right, next up, we have a big one for us. This is not coming out till July, but we got a
Smurfs.
You
sneak
baby,
peek.
the fuck out
That's
there.
your second strike. I'm saying the name of the movie.
Right,
They
sorry.
got me. That was funny.
Smurfs,
Smurfs.
which we got a chance to see early thanks
That's
to
funny as
your
fuck.
connection. We had a good time seeing that. Smurfs, directed by Chris Miller,
Greg's
starring
face.
Rihanna, James Cordon,
Oh, not
Nick
James
Offerman,
Corden, man.
J.P. Carliak,
fuck?
a lot of people in this movie. Daniel Levy, Amy Sedaris, Natasha Lyon, Sandra Oh,
And
Jimmy Kimmel,
no,
Octavio Spencer, Nick Kroll, Hannah Wadhadian, and
and
I'm supposed to get through all these names here. Alex Winter, Maya Erskine, Kurt Russell,
And
and go ahead.
Russell.
John Goodman.
John Goodman. Yeah,
Oh,
very
John
excited.
Goodman,
for you.
very good.
Very
John
cool to
Goodman.
see him back on the big screen.
Papa
That's true,
Smurf.
Mr. America was a free bagger.
When Papa Smurf is taken by evil wizards Razamel,
crazy, like, you know.
Gargamel, Smurfette leads the Smurfs on a mission to the real world to save him. Your thoughts on
Going
just
wonderful,
Smurfs, not the Smurfs now. We can make that clear to everybody.
The
but
art style
just
was quite interesting
Smurfs.
looking.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting to see some of the loose ends from the earlier Smurfs movies tied up. And if you grew up, as I think a lot of us did, watching
I did.
Smurfs movies, it's kind of cool to see that they are extending
I
the
think Smurfs is
franchise
more of an
in
American
the way
thing,
that they
really.
did with
They've maybe
something
had
like
much Smurf action
Star
going
Trek.
back here.
And hopefully this is the first of many new Smurf movies
Star
that we
Trek
see.
mention.
I agree. I love this movie. I love all the blue thing. You know, they're all blue, and there's
They're all blue.
lot of-
They're
they
blue.
always say Smurf
They always
this,
say Smurf and
that,
Smurf.
whatever.
Yeah, I love that. They say
The way
Smurf
they
and they're
describe
blue.
something. But I like
I
these
love
movies.
that.
I hope they make a lot more of them. In fact, I think the thing that we all love about the Smurfs is it's got
blue.
a lot of heart and a lot of soul, along with the comedy, of course,
And they're
and the
blue.
adventure. So big 2 blue thumbs up or 5 bags of blue popcorn, I would say. For
Blue. I think he's done that before.
I'd say
Blue
2
popcorn.
bags of Smurf corn. I would say 5 bags of Smurf corn.
Which is just
Smurf corn.
popcorn.
Yeah, but Smurfs.
I'm sorry, and I breezed through, but we want to get your rating as well.
I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn.
Wow.
And I'm going to throw in 5 blue popsicles because I think the Smurfs would really enjoy those.
Would they?
Finally, here on the movies that we have gotten to see, and then we're going to move on to movies that we're expecting to see this
Exciting.
summer. The Last Rodeo, directed by John Avnet, starring Neil McDonough.
Go on. What's Greg doing?
Mykelti Williamson, Christopher McDonald's.
Like he
Christopher
can spell
McDonald's.
perfectly.
Stop rattling your paper.
Why is he doing that?
Sarah Jones and Dalen.
Jesus Christ, Greg.
Settle it.
Settle it.
Dalen
Just calm down.
Swearingen. To save his grandson, a retired rodeo star enters a high-stakes bull riding competition.
Ooh.
Along the way, he confronts his past, discovers faith, and proves that true courage lies in family. Your thoughts on the last
Rodeos
rodeo?
are pretty evil, but you know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Blue corn is a real thing. Are you fucking serious? I mean, I know there's like jewel corn where the corn cobs are like multicolored and shit, but I don't think we have anything like that over here. We just have like the classic popcorn yellow corn, you know what I'm saying? I've never seen blue corn over here, sadly. Is it nice?
You know what it reminded me of was the Electric Horseman from 1980. Have you seen that?
I've not seen that.
With Willie Nelson.
Willie
Kind of
Nelson.
another
Love
sort
that
of
guy.
rodeo type of movie, or about a guy who rides horses and things like that. And of course, Willie Nelson, one of the great actors of our time. And
not Willie Nelson, the singer, the On the Road Again, Willie Nelson.
He sings too, but primarily known as an actor. Actually made
what about guy?
The pigtails.
Yeah, he made 33 movies, so it's kind of ridiculous. To
More
call
known
him
as a
I've
singer
always maintained that
songwriter.
blues
well,
the
that's
best
what they say about
flavor,
Elvis
so
too.
we
When
know.
Elvis died, the media completely went crazy with this singer. Elvis Presley died, but in fact, he was more of an actor than a singer and had more success.
He had acted, but he is mostly known as a singer, or famous because he was a singer.
No, because he made.
Yes, he did.
He made 31 movies.
Right. How many albums did he make?
Well, here's the thing. The 31 movies, if you add up the minutes of film of all the Elvis movies, it totals 3,016. And Elvis recorded 768 songs. If you give an average of 3 minutes per...
There's like a deep... There's a very deep... What could that possibly mean? What could that possibly mean? Oh, man. This is like something fucking Nick Fuentes would say. Like it's an argument. You freak. Jesus Christ almighty. That's ridiculous. Yeah, Elvis loved acting. Unironically, he really did want to be an actor, so makes you think. Charlie, who's Charlie?
Song, which is actually pretty high, because some of the songs, when I researched this,
I think that was Frank's, wasn't it? I think Frank says at some point, I think it's Frank that he says blue, actually. There's a whole episode where he just sees blue for the whole thing. That's like a recent couple of seasons ago, I'm pretty sure. I think they both have said shit like that at some point, though. Yeah, he was always acting like a pilot. Yeah, Elvis was just like making music to pay the bills when he was in between roles, you know?
Teddy Bear, for instance, is under 2 minutes long.
I'm going to quickly drink some milk because I'm quite parched. So I'm going to quickly grab a swig of milk, ladies and gentlemen. It will literally be like 2 femtoseconds, alright? Ah. That's better. Semi-skimmed.
We'll just say for the sake of argument that you give 3 minutes per song that Elvis recorded. And if you multiply that out by 786 songs, that's 2,358 minutes, which is 700 minutes shorter than his movie screen time.
I know what you mean by that, to be fair.
Obviously,
I don't think that's right.
Milk's definitely not a first quencher, but I couldn't be fucked like making like a juice or like pouring, like opening up the tap to get some water. I like milk. What animal did this milk originate from? Wouldn't you like to know?
Endeavor was making movies.
Hold on, let me ask Grok.
The other thing is, but that from when Elvis started making movies,
I have to open up Grok.
1956 or 57.
Can I
until
fact
he
check
stopped
this? Because
movies.
you're filibustering on something that no one cares about and is factually incorrect, and I'm confirming
No, it's
that.
factually correct.
I need to have room to fact check you on this.
Who do you
if you
think?
don't give me that opportunity, then I'm providing false information.
No, I already did the fact checking. I already have the facts. Okay, Paul Newman. That's probly your idea of somebody who's an actor first and a singer second. From
I don't think he's a singer at all.
Well, I'm sure he sang a song. From 1957 to 1969, how many movies do you think Paul Newman made? 28.
100.
28. Guess how many Elvis made in the same time period? 31.
Okay.
So who is the bigger actor? Also, who is the highest paid actor during that time frame?
Most likely Elvis, right?
Was it John Wayne? No.
You're leading me
No.
to say no, but
Was it Marlon Brando?
I don't know.
No. Was it Humphrey Bogart?
I don't think
All
you
right,
know.
what is this?
Henry Fonda?
What does this have to do with The Last Rodeo?
I'm getting to that. It wasn't
I'm
Paul
getting to
Newman.
that.
Wasn't
Process,
Laurence
the process.
Olivier.
This is a movie buff
Sean
going on
Connery,
right now.
even though the James Bond movies were in full force, very popular. Elizabeth Taylor,
Oh my
George
God,
Lazenby,
Greg.
Who was it?
replaced.
Who was the highest paid actor?
Highest paid
No,
actor? Was it Anthony Quinn from Zorba the Greek?
Come on. You're killing me now.
I don't know.
Elvis Presley.
It's Elvis
Nice.
Presley. Okay,
No.
the singer Elvis Presley.
The
Let's
singer.
move on.
Every Elvis movie was a 5-bag of popcorn movie, popcorn
Wow.
classic.
If I ask
can't
Grok,
say that
if I
his
ask Grok right
songs
now
were
if Elvis
5
Presley is a
bag of
singer,
popcorn
what do you think
songs.
he's going to say? If I ask Grok right now
How are
if
you gonna
Elvis
speak-
Presley
where's
is a
he
singer,
speaking to
what do you
Grok
think it's going to
from?
say?
Well, I mean, you could also ask where you can get a good pizza, and you're going to get bad information from Grok.
Grok.
That's not
All
where you
right. Well,
get
we have
solid
to move on.
information.
I don't care.
Elvis.
How many bags of
Elvis-
popcorn for the
Vindication,
last rodeo?
vilification behind
Did
that
you know that
pronunciation
Elvis
there?
was originally considered for the role of Willy Wonka?
I don't
in
believe that
in
at
Willy
all.
Wonka and the
Fuck
Chocolate
off, Greg,
Factory.
you're
I don't believe
and he
that.
turned it down
Nonsense now.
because he had other movies to do. And Elvis also is the only actor,
5
this is in the
baggers.
Guinness Book of World Records,
That's
the
crazy.
only actor who turned down a
Willy Wonka.
co-starring
How's that a
role
record?
with John Wayne.
You're telling me in the Guinness Book of World Records there's a category for the only person who's turned down John Wayne to be in their movie? That doesn't sound right.
That
I don't
doesn't
think
sound
the
right. Yeah,
Guinness
it's
Book of World Records
crazy.
gives a shit about who does what with who.
Well, how many times do you, how often do you read the Guinness Book?
Can I get an answer?
yeah,
Can
but
I
I
get an
just-
answer
Oh my
from you?
God. I just
have
Can
to
I get a
give you-
rating from you
I'm going to give you the rating
on the last rodeo or not?
I'm leading up to it. Did you know, this
Oh
is also
my
in the
God.
Guinness Book, there's
You don't want to talk
there's
about
only-
Jurassic
there's
World.
only
You don't want
two-
to
wait,
talk
there's
about
only two
Superman.
actors.
You don't want to talk about Superman now.
There's
Now,
only
you just
two
want to talk about
actors,
who-
two actors or actresses in motion picture history who every movie they made money.
What is
only
he talking
two.
about?
Do you know who they are?
I don't like this quiz show thing. I don't know the answers to this. That's
Don't
why I
like
have
it
the
either.
internet if I
Two
want to learn
actors-
about shit I don't
Two
care about.
actors who every movie they made
Oh my
money. There's
God.
only two. One of them
Elvis Presley
is James Dean.
and the other one is Elvis
four,
Presley. Thank
he
you
only
very
made
much.
4 movies.
Stop
So
making
it's
this
easier.
four-
Elvis made 31 movies, yet they all made
That's
money.
just
That
beautiful.
is quite a feat, and that
Good
is
for
in the
him.
Guinness Book of
Good
World
for
Records.
him.
He was the Tom Cruise of his era,
He's
and
the Tom
he's
Cruise
not
of his era?
primarily a singer, and that is absolutely incorrect. Absolutely incorrect. Do you know that
Greg,
he
you're
was offered the
fucking
role in A
insane.
Star Is Born?
He's
All
still
right, we're
going.
not talking. I'm
1977.
admitting. I'm going to ask you to leave, and you can take your boxes of movies, and they can sit on the curb and sit in your mobile VFA for the rest of the day.
I'll leave,
I'll
but you
put you
have
in the
to
timeout.
admit-
If you say Elvis Presley one more time, you're out on the fucking street.
I'm not going to
Are we
say
clear?
any names, okay? But let me just
No, we're
say
not
that the
doing
world's
loopholes.
leading actor
We're not doing
was
loopholes.
offered a role in A Star Is
We're
Born,
not doing loopholes.
which he
They
died
both know the game by this point. We're not doing it today.
before he would have been able to do. But
Good.
if he hadn't died,
Good.
he would have won the Oscar to go with many other awards that this actor,
Actor.
the
best thing-
actor, the most successful of his
God,
time,
Greg's so
and
passionate
maybe the
about
most
this.
successful actor ever.
Okay.
Elvis,
You're being
the same
belligerent.
respect.
You're being rude to the audience because
That's crazy that this. I didn't know Greg held was like his favorite actor is Elvis. Man, he's so passionate about this.
they want to know if they should see the last
5
rodeo.
bags
and
of
you're-
popcorn, see
okay,
it.
good.
It's a
And now
great
you know what
movie.
you've done? You've made Elvis Presley a dirty word on this show, and it's not to be said again, which is a shame because
It's a
he's one of the
dirty
great
word.
rock and roll singers.
No.
He's primarily a singer,
No.
but I'm not
That's
debating
no.
it, and I'm not
Never mentioned his
relitigating
You are
that.
debating because you just said something absolutely
I'm putting
insane.
I'm putting a final.
something absolutely
I'm
insane.
making a final statement. This
This
is
is
my
a
show,
great
and you
argument.
keep going down this path. You're in for a lot of
This
trouble,
is a
and you're going to be
classic-
sitting
this is some
out there
classic
on the
shit.
curb, and you're going to be sitting on top of a box
Bruce
of your
Willis
worthless
made
tapes.
records too. Is that what he's mostly
Oh
known
my
for?
All right, then we're not going to talk about Jurassic
How many
World.
Bruce
Can
Willis?
we talk about
how often
Jurassic
do you listen
World?
to Bruce Willis's records, and how often
He's not-
do you
he's
watch
not
his
letting
movies?
up.
I have to move on. Okay, we have
We
to
have
move
to
on. The audience
fucking
wants
give
to
us
move
up.
on. This is we're in a circular loop. We're in a death spiral with this conversation.
Spiral.
Star Wars,
Thanks, Greg.
the Death Star.
Brought it back to the movies,
All right,
man.
Jurassic World
Let's carry
Rebirth, another sequel here,
Oh my
directed by
God.
Gareth Edwards. And this is not now we're entering a new phase of the
That was
program
all-
today,
that
folks.
was insane,
These are our
man.
speculations,
That
our
was all
thoughts. We
just
have
for the
no
rating.
more information than you do on these movies. We're not going to be reviewing them. We're going to be speculating.
Coming soon. The Cinema!
Starring Charlotte Johansson, Rupert Friend, and Jonathan Bailey. 5 years post-Jurassic World domination, an expedition braves isolated equalitarian...
You know that Scarlett Johansson, here's one for the Guinness Book of World Records, is the highest paid actress right now, actor. That's insane to me. Scarlett Johansson is the highest paid actor.
Equatorial regions to extract DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough. What are your thoughts on
5 bags of popcorn.
Oh, Greg's in a straw.
I thought we discussed we're not giving bags of popcorn for these. We are just saying what we can expect.
Expect lots of dinosaurs. Expect a 5 bag of popcorn movie.
Greg, cheer up, man. Fuck's sake. You're just bringing the energy down with us.
You want to take a 5-minute breather here or something?
Yeah, something.
We don't have time for that.
A lot of tension in the room right now. It must be, man, but like the last Marvel film she was in was like fucking nearly 10 years ago.
Come back in 20 minutes, thank you.
All right, cool, thanks. Chin up,
Jurassic
Greg,
World.
Talk about movies right now.
Are you excited or not?
I'm always excited about Jurassic World.
Good.
I mean, that's one of the great franchises, and it's been
Steven
a
Spielberg.
little bit too long since the last one. So I wish that they would keep
I
numbers
think I heard
in
about that.
movie titles, though.
That's
one of the bad trends, I think, of recent
with AI or
movie
something?
sequels. Is you're seeing fewer movie sequels that actually have the number in the title, and that just gets confusing for archivists as well as moviegoers.
Okay, and then Superman.
It's
this is a big deal because
reboot.
Superman is starting fresh now. This is not a sequel. This is a restart for the Superman franchise. We have a new Superman starring David Corenswet and Nicholas Hoult. Is one of these is two. They haven't announced which one is Superman and which one is Lex Luthor.
Really?
But we have we'll find that out when we go to the movies.
Either. Well, I would love to see. I mean, of course, I'm excited about the Superman remake or reboot. I hope that this time around, if you're going to reboot Superman, let's reboot Superman 2. Let's redo Superman 3. Who's going to play the Richard Pryor role in a reboot of Superman 3? That's something that I'm interested in seeing. So I have my fingers crossed. I'm very excited for this.
All right, and we don't need to talk about the Fantastic Four, but Freakier Friday will
approach them about this one, or is it just something you don't have the money now, probably?
Very deep cut back when Tim paid his way onto the fucking Fox Fantastic Four film and only appeared in a deleted scene.
I am
big ups Josh Trank.
I was never paid.
It's a dirty word.
You
were never paid. My captain, movie, of course you were.
My captain Josh Trank is not a part of this franchise. He's not directing this movie, and I was
shame on them.
Cast on my talents and my abilities.
Sorry,
and the only money that was exchanged was from them to me.
And how much was that?
I would have to go back and look. $25,000.
Negative $10,000.
But this is a complete reimagining of the Fantastic Four. Big mistake from Marvel to exclude my master Josh Trank from the process. And starring Pedro Pascal and then some Vanessa Kirby, which we don't.
Jack Kirby.
We don't want to say that word in this room. It's a slur, in my opinion.
Kirby.
Right, okay. And, I think Vanessa should be referring to her as Vanessa K. And if Vanessa K has.
I need to see that. The last film that I saw him in was Y2K, which was pretty shit. I was not a big fan of Y2K at all. Like, if you've got a film with Tim Heidecker, you can't lose. And if he's not funny in the film when it's got like comedy elements in it, something is wrong, vastly wrong.
Any wits about her, she'll change her last name because no one wants to be associated with the K word.
And you know who did change her last name?
Dorothy
was Danny Kaye. Kaye wasn't his real last name either, and he had a great career. So I would definitely recommend the same thing to Vanessa Kaye or Vanessa Kirby to hopefully have the same sort of longevity that Danny Kaye did.
A couple more here, Freakier Friday. So this is where the Freaky Friday folks are back with Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Chad Michael Murray, of course. This is 22 years after Tess and Anna. It's been that long. Has endured an identity crisis, and now as a daughter and a soon-to-be stepdaughter, as they navigate the challenges that come with two families merge. Tess and Anna discover that lightning strike might. Tess and Anna discover that lightning might strike twice.
Yeah, this will be interesting because the original Freaky Friday never had a sequel. Then this is the remake of Freaky Friday. Now it's a sequel to the remake, so it's going into uncharted waters, and that's always interesting.
Sketchy stuff.
And this is a summer of remakes and reboots and reimaginings, and I think we appreciate that Hollywood is going in that direction because there's always an opportunity to improve upon past mistakes. One would be The Naked Gun, directed by Akiva Schaffer, starring Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson and Paul Walker Hauser. Only one man has a particular set of skills to lead police squad and save the world.
Well, I think two do. Leslie Nielsen had those skills, and now Liam Neeson has those skills.
And the relation. This is Liam Neeson is
Star
son
Wars.
of from Star Wars, of course.
But from Star Wars, I was like,
Liam
what?
Neeson's.
He's from Leslie. Wait. Oh yeah, he's fucking Qui-Gon Jinn. What am I fucking stupid?
Is Leslie Nielsen's son or
same initials, LN. Leslie
Neeson. Leslie Neeson. It was Leslie Nielsen. So did Kevin Neal?
Leslie Nielsen.
So Leslie Nielsen,
I'm quite pleased to hear that because the Naked Gun films have a very, very, very specific set of humor. Like it's very parodic, it's very gag heavy, it's very slapstick and just like egregious and like just breaking the laws of fucking physics. Just ridiculous stuff happening. And it's I wouldn't say of its time, but it's like a very different era. Like Naked Gun and films like Airplane and shit like that. I've seen Airplane. Airplane's incredible. So it was curious to see a lot of people saying that it held up to that kind of comedy, which is good because I think we need comedy films like that again. It's been a very long time since we had a good like kind of parody film of that caliber. I think parody movies are kind of dead right now as a genre, but they're bringing Scary Movie back at some point, and that was kind of like the last cry, I think, for like parody movies. So I'm curious to see what that's like. I'm curious to see what the it's more of like a sequel, isn't it, really? Because it's like Leslie Nielsen and stuff is in it, like, in spirit. So it's kind of like a sequel, I think. But yeah, I need to see these.
Liam Neeson.
I don't even know anything about him, either. It's a hidden episode? Oh, for fuck. I'll look for it. I'll try and find it, but I'm not going to try and hunt for it for too long. But if I missed one, I will try my best to find it. I'll try and find. We'll have a look. We'll have a look, Paul. I'll try and have a little hunt for it.
Changed his name from Nielsen to Neeson for some reason. So it's interesting to see the father and son dynamic here return.
They are.
I think Liam Neeson. Obviously must have changed his last name from Nielsen to Neeson.
Yeah, why would you do
Nielsen
that?
to Neeson, or if there was a
it's a contraction.
Thing.
Liam is a contraction of Leslie.
Neeson.
I don't know if it is.
Like Neeson is, or Nielsen was Leslie Nielsen. That was his name, and
that's very true. I think that's kind of what happened to parody at the end. It was more. There was, I mean, there was like funny bits and stuff, but. Yeah, like Scary Movie was not really about just a parody horror film, right? Because Airplane is not really a parody of a specific film. It's a kind of like a genre, right? It's just more like a parody of like drama kind of films, I guess. Kind of action drama. And same idea with I almost said Police Squad there, Naked Gun and stuff. It's just like parodies of genres. Whereas Scary Movie is literally just a parody of specific films and then loading a bunch of other films into it. Like fucking Scary Movie 4 was like Saw and War of the Worlds, I think. Shit like that. And then, you know, all these other films just piled into one. Poltergeist, obviously. Yeah, airplane disaster films and stuff, which was a big thing at the time. Yeah, it's a very cop dramas, exactly. They're parodies of genre, not any one specific film. I think that's where Scary Movie kind of missed the mark and kind of resulted in the parody being killed, because the idea of that whole thing passed on because of that as a result. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're very contextual, that kind of stuff. It's like, it won't be funny. You won't know if you don't know about it as much 20 years onwards, right? It's just funny at the time because it's recent. I need to watch him at some point. That's interesting. Well directed, well shot, well. Yeah, I get what you mean. It's just kind of like doesn't hit the mark in some places, alright? I like Get Out as well. I was a big fan of Us. Who's this new fella? Brelly Ghost, welcome to the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. I've heard of the term pastiche before. I don't necessarily know what differentiates a pastiche from a parody, though. What is the difference between... I've heard the word before, but I've never really known what the differentiation is there. But it's very interesting and a very good point. But welcome to the stream. What we're doing well, my friend. How are you? Very interesting conversation. But I do love Airplane. I need to watch Naked Gun at some point. But it's a shame. Hopefully with Naked Gun, like this new film, we can kind of return to that original concept of a parody or a pastiche, or whatever you would call it, because it's kind of passed on through time as our idea of what makes a parody movie. A parody movie's kind of changed with films like Scary Movie and all these other films that have come out. Pakistani villagers. Well, exactly, because it's all visual gags, really. Like, I think any culture can understand Dare Be Stupid. Oh, right, okay, I kind of get the idea. It's just kind of like it's like a blanket thing, as opposed to like a specified thing. Am I getting that right? Is that the kind of idea? Like how maybe like I'm Fat is obviously a parody of I'm Bad, but this Dare Be Stupid is more of a blanket of Devo as opposed to a Devo song. I think that's kind of the comparison I would make there. Very interesting. Yeah, it seems like that kind of whole idea is kind of passed on, which is a shame. Hopefully that does come back. But yeah, like I say, it's just a gag thing. Like any culture can understand someone yapping at a woman so much that she fucking hangs herself on the fucking airplane. Love that gag. Like anyone can make sense of that, you know, which is what makes it so funny. Because it's all encompassing and you can get it. Whereas Scary Movie is just like, look, remember this guy from the film Scream? He's got a tongue hanging out and he's going, with it. It's like, well, if you haven't seen Scream, you don't really know what the joke is. Really. Interesting.
And then Neeson,
interesting conversation.
Liam Neeson changed
expert opinions.
Anyway, it'll be an interesting
voices.
movie, and hopefully they get to the bottom of that controversy, and hopefully there's quite a few more of these movies in our future.
Indeed.
All right, well, that is all we have for you folks today on this On Cinema Summer Movie Roundup. We got through a lot of movies. There's a lot out there to see.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to seeing all of them and hopefully seeing more movies this fall because, as you know, movies keep coming out.
They do.
Any final thoughts from you on this year and looking forward to... we are in a temporary position right here, obviously. This is not the official permanent... This is the sort of the temporary headquarters for the High Network and High Inc. and VHS production company.
Yeah, it can't be.
And so we are looking at some options in the fall where we can provide this expertise for you.
But this is a good spot because it was very easy to do this episode.
Good spot.
I think we could probably do an episode daily if this is how easy it is to...
There just isn't that much volume out there.
Well, there is if you get into the old movies and do like Popcorn Classics. Popcorn Classics Daily would be a show. PCD, Popcorn Classics Daily.
Well, we'll look into that.
Love that. I'd love Popcorn Classics Daily.
Lots to discuss next season, so stick around. Thank you for your membership.
Thank you.
Tell them about the scavenger hunt we're doing.
You can tell them about that because I'm completely in the dark on that, and have absolutely no interest in it. But go ahead.
Well, you should take an interest because it's going to be fun. We're doing the second annual
trailer as well.
On Cinema movie buff, True Blue movie buff, movie scavenger hunt, where we actually go to some of the interesting locations from classic motion picture cinema here in the Hollywood area, and have our film buffs pretty much going on a virtual tour of great movie locations. And the theme for this one is the treasures of the Sierra Madre, the great Humphrey Bogart movie. I have no interest in that. We'll see what happens, but we have a lot of interest in this. And last year we broke a lot of records in terms of fan participation in the scavenger hunt. So very cool. Stick on the High Network, which will have the entire scavenger hunt played out week by week.
I can't remember what stream that was, but you can always check back on the podcast section of my channel, and all of the chill streams are there. I can't remember exactly what one would have been. I think it wouldn't have been highlights, maybe a bit after that. But yeah, we did watch that. A fake inflatable bag. Yeah. A tip of the hat, you know what I'm saying? What's your favorite season of The Simpsons? Holy smokes. Jeez. I don't know if I could say a specific one. I would probably say anything from maybe the first 10 seasons, and if I push, maybe the first 5 or 6. I think those are kind of like the golden arc of The Simpsons, the first 10, like pre-movie kind of stuff. I think was really, really good. Like the old Simpsons, I really like. I like the softball episode, one of my favorites. Probably that kind of season. I don't know what season that is though. I love the softball episode. We're talking softball. There's something and a scooter. There's something and the nuke. We're talking Homer. Ozzy and the straw. Love that episode so much. Daryl Strawberry. Daryl! Yeah, probably the first 10 before Homer turns into a fucking arsehole, or jerk-ass Homer as we know him as. Probably one of those ones. The ones where Homer isn't just a complete cock, but just like just a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? He's just a lovable doofus, not like a prick, you know? There's a lot of episodes later on from those seasons where he just turns into an arsehole. Seinfeld's Ford. X-Files is a good choice. I've always wanted to watch the X-Files, never had a chance. I do agree with The Simpsons though, like that is like 90s defining. So much so that you can't really look at The Simpsons now and be like, yeah, that relates to now, you know? Oh yeah, and he wears a muumuu. It's probably right. By the time I was growing up, I mean, like, I'm a fucking unk. I'm like 27, so I imagine that was probably true when at the time, but me growing up, it was a bit easier to access that kind of stuff. I actually was watching some Simpsons not that long ago. I was actually rewatching the Treehouse of Horror episodes, which I really like a lot, obviously, like Kang and Kodos and all that shit. Foolish Earthlings. Yeah, Treehouse of Horror episodes are good. Yeah. Look closer, Lenny. Oh yeah, you're the tallest man in the world now. You're completely covered in gold. Any episode with Lenny in it is my favourite character, is Lenny Leonard's. Fucking love Lenny so much. Homer's enemy, where he says, I'm Lenny, it's Kyle and Homer. I'm Lenny. Why does he say that twice? I love that. I'm Lenny. I love Lenny. All the Most Tavern Boys are my favourites, really. What are you doing, Simpson? That's Carl. Those gags are so good, man. Yeah, we love the Treehouse of Horror episodes. Level 7 from The Simpsons Hit and Run, best level, because it's all Treehouse of Horror centric. You know what I'm saying? Zombies walking around and shit like that. An excellent game. Mount Carmore. Mount Carmore. Yeah, he carved that shit. Of course, I remember that. Oh, man. You see, this is exactly why people think we're gay.
This summer.
All right, finally, just a quick word of love and support to my dad, Giamato, out there.
Oh,
who
God
is
almighty.
finally, a lot of people have been
mentioning G. A giant. The tallest man in the world.
Asking.
The tallest man in the world now.
Is finally resettled back
Those
into
kind of gags are really funny.
a new community, a new living community for elderly people. I don't know what the PC expression for that, nursing home.
Cocoon.
Well, we wouldn't call it a cocoon, but it was a cocoon-style living facility that is really, really special, really nice place.
That's nice.
And
Good for G.
I've, the last place had a lot of issues with visitation and permission, and
you can just see whatever
and
the
we've
fuck
gotten
you
out of
download
there.
is.
It was almost like being in a prison camp or something. It was a terrible location that the Amatos put him in.
The
As it was like a
Amatos.
punishment for his activities.
Jeez,
but now
well,
he's clear
I
of
get
that,
him to
and
take
we have
ownership
a
of
great
GMO, innit?
relationship with the new home, and
That's nice.
I'm able to spend a lot of time with him there. It's very close and convenient for me, and the staff there is unbelievable.
That's nice.
Facilities are top notch, 4-star. It's almost like
I can't
living
wait
in a
to see
resort.
it. It's probably a fucking dump.
And he's got so many great friendships developing there.
Oh, cute.
And thankfully, the family back in Argentina is helping us cover
Hell
some of the costs. Of course,
have a movie-
Medicaid,
a movie-
Medicare is being
movie screening room
pretty
there?
cool about the whole thing.
Movies
Do they
screening
screen
room.
movies there for the
There's all kinds of activities. They have
Right, maybe we
game
should step
nights.
in and
They
make
have
that
movie
happen.
nights.
movie
They-
nights? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
they
I was
have.
wondering.
I've been really getting in close, or at least very familiar with the events coordinator, and they've been awesome.
nice.
And he's really finding it's amazing his
Very
energy and
wholesomeness. Hopefully, he's telling the truth.
his whole outlook has really improved 100%.
Is he good at programming the movies? Does he have any sort of expertise?
He's not really involved in that. But
Come on, Greg.
anyway, let's wrap it up. Thank you again so much, Greg. I know you got a busy day, so good luck to you, and thanks for tuning
And
in.
I want to talk to you after this about if you want to
Yeah, I've
come to a
noticed that
sneak
too.
preview of one of these summer movies that I actually have.
It's hard to
couple
tell
tickets
because I
to.
remember
I will
I watched that he did an interview with Eric Wareheim on Office Hours. It's so hard to tell when he's not kidding any time possible, especially when he's around that fucking guy.
Forward to
Just
that. The air
activate
conditioning in
around
this
each
room
other. It's terrifying.
has not been working for the past couple of nights.
Damn.
And any opportunity to get out during the summer here has been very appreciated.
Air conditioning at
Patient.
this theater is very good.
Can you imagine that?
All right, thank you
it's
so
such
much.
A funny idea. Well, you know,
Take
get
care,
some
everybody.
active.
It's a movie
Thanks,
time.
Tim. It's movie. I love it's movie time. See, Greg. Good sign off there. It's movie time. Hi, Greg. If you can help that woman out there, hoovering. Cool.
All right.
All right. What, you just sitting there and they contemplate some stuff? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the final offering for On Cinema this evening until the end of the new season. It's going to be a little venture. It's going to be the second scavenger hunt trailer. Is that popcorn to leave? I get that. Okay, yeah, this is going to be the last thing that we'll watch until the new season ends, ladies and gentlemen. So just a little 56-second feature. It is the second ever Film Buffs movie scavenger hunt online event. The promo. The Treasures of the Sierra Madre for true blue film buffs. And yeah, we're just going to see what Greg's talking about. We're going to see what the true blue film buffs think. And we're going to try and hunt down some hunts in a scavenger hunt. Yeah, let's go. I haven't watched this yet either. Whoa, Greg, you married.
Hey guys, welcome to the promotional video for the upcoming movie scavenger hunt. It's going to be our second annual movie scavenger hunt here on the High Network, where all true film buffs have a chance to win incredible prizes that are priceless in value.
Have you ever been to America? Yes, I have. Many times over the years. I've only been to 2 states. Yeah, I've heard. I've heard of the continuous ruination that is occurring over there right now. I'm very sorry, Brelly. I hope it gets better over there at some point. It sounds pretty rough. I'll say that much. But yeah, I've been there. Like I said, I've only been to 2 states. Primarily, we used to go to Florida a lot. Me and my family when I was a little fella. Went there many times over the years. To Orlando. We went to Universal Studios because we were serious about movies. Obviously, we're film buffs. We're a film buff family, so we were there to look at the movie-centric rides and whatnot. I've been in a few states and never been to America. How the fuck does that work? Yeah, I've been to Florida and been to Connecticut once because we've got family over there. Stanford, Connecticut, very fucking exciting place. Very exciting place. And I think I've done a layover in Philly once. Probably about that. But yes, it's nice over there when it's not, falling apart at the seams. Good food. Good times, good buddies.
Hey, guys.
Hey!
It's been a tremendously fun time joining you all in these chill streams.
Bless.
See you in the next series.
Aww.
Thanks for all the time and fun, Klman. 5 bags.
Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, man. Thanks so much, Anthony, bro. That's so sweet, brother. That's really nice of you to say that. Oh, man. I know. It's just so... Oh, it's kind of crazy, I think. Like, we're going to keep doing chill streams for On Cinema when they drop new content, but it's not going to be, we're not going to be doing this weekly anymore, pretty much, after this. So it's pretty sad. I appreciate that. Anthony Camegna, now A. Clamato, brother. I sincerely appreciate that. It's incredibly kind of you, my friend. Thank you again for the generous dono, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the sentiment sincerely. That means a lot, man. We'll be here again, do not worry. Texas is cool. I'd like to go to Texas one day. But yeah, they got good food over there. I like it. But yeah, we'll go at one point. I hope I'll be there again soon, maybe when it's not as insane.
As well as learn a lot about movies and also to show your expertise as you watch the High Network
really
On Cinema presents the 2nd annual Movie Buffs Scavenger Hunt, only on the High Network. And the theme is The Treasures of the Sierra Madre. Great Humphrey Bogart. Tune in.
There he is, Bogart.
Take part.
Oh, well.
In the scavenger hunt.
Thanks, Greg. Hell yeah. Beautiful. June 27th, everybody. I'm pretty sure the scavenger hunt's over. And I think the winner got to go at a movie pop-up, which is pretty exciting. Okay, we're going to have a look for this viewer request here, ladies and gentlemen. For the past couple of weeks, we've been... people hassle you, give them a job. That'd be a very... I mean, it's not going to be far from that in America at some fucking point, it sounds like. I mean, the homeless epidemic in America is pretty awful. You kind of have to feel for the people that are out there on the streets. It's because of the gentrification in many places in America. That's kind of one of the primary causes for this. And drug trafficking, which is also not very good. But yeah, it's a very difficult problem to circumvent at this current point in time.
Hey, guys.
Oh, bro.
Thank you for these.
Jeez Louise. Thank you, Zach. That's so kind, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that, man. That's so sweet, my friend. You guys rock. Thank you so much for that, Zach. Incredibly generous of you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. You're more than welcome. It's just having people here watching is incredibly based. I really appreciate that, man. Your generosity is speaks deep to my soul, man. It really, really sincerely does. Thank you, Zach. Thank you so very much. Yeah, there's some very interesting videos, but if you want like a good education on the subject, Channel 5, Andrew Callahan does some really good videos about the epidemic over there and the drug epidemics in like Philadelphia and stuff. Look up on YouTube and you can get a very, really good perspective from both sides. I think they're very important pieces of journalism that you should watch. Yeah. But yeah, okay, so we've been... Yeah. Well, what we're going to do now, folks, is we've been watching episodes of Tim and Eric's very fun edutainment series, Our Bodies, and I thought I finished all of it. His stuff's phenomenal. I love Andrew Callahan. He's fucking nailing it. One of the best sources of journalism at the moment, especially for like the American condition right now. But yeah, apparently I've missed an episode, so we're going to try and find this secret episode of Our Bodies at the moment and watch it. Because I didn't know there was one. Tim produced Callahan's movie. Yeah, Tim produced This Place Rules, the first movie that he did, but apparently the production of it was a bit of a nightmare, according to Callahan in his latest film, Dear Kelly, which he produced himself. What was it? Yeah. It's apparently he's being made to say stuff that he really wasn't wanting to say and stuff like that, just to cover their track, just to cover themselves basically. And Callahan was not a massive fan of that. He talks about it in Dear Kelly. You should watch that. It only costs $5 to rent it online. Good film. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. I got it from a place here called Primark. Excellent store for drip. Yeah, it's good. Well, this is heavy, but I would just say watch Andrew Callahan because I haven't really got a stake in this because I'm not over there. But let's see. Yeah, buddy, David Bowie tattoo. It has each letter is a different font from the different albums that he produced. We've got Diamond Dogs, we've got Black Star, we've got Let's Dance, Never Let Me Down, and Scary Monsters and Super Creeps. Some of my favourite Bowie tracks would probably be Space Oddity. I like Space Oddity. I like man, oh, this is where I'm gonna fucking completely blank on David Bowie songs now. Fuck, man, what the fuck? Let's Dance, obviously. Modern Love, that's a banger. Never gonna fall for modern love. Thanks, buddy. I designed that all by myself using Adobe Premiere Pro. I put that all together myself. Yeah, Modern Love's a good song. I like No Plan. All the songs from the No Plan EP are phenomenal, actually. If I can remember any of the names, that'd be really helpful. Killing a Little Time, really good song, kind of like got metal vibes to it and all this kind of stuff. Girl Loves Me is really good from the Black Star album. Thin White Duke is a very good song. Fame. A lot of songs from that album are phenomenal. All his songs are fucking incredible, except maybe like 90s Bowie's a bit weak, but you know. But thank you, I appreciate that, man. High pass centers, Jesus, yeah. Heavy subject matter. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world right now. I'm gonna see where the fuck this episode is. I don't know where the hell to even look for it. I'm not gonna lie. Paul, where did you find it? Because if it was in a playlist somewhere, if I could find the playlist, that'd be helpful. These are all episodes that we've seen. There's a trailer. I don't think that's what we're talking about, though. Let me put on some music while I look, because this might take me a little minute. But yeah, I love David Bowie. He's one of my favourite musicians. I'm probably going to get more Music Men tattoos at some point, but he's like probably one of the people that I originally like really, really got infatuated with many years ago. Love that guy. Got many of his albums on vinyl. I think Black Star was the first album I got in vinyl of his. Which is a very cool little piece of vinyl art, even though someone fucking ripped it ages ago and it was ruined. I need to get another one at some point. Let's see. Okay. A little bit of music. And we're going to try and find this episode of Our Bodies right now. If I can. There's an hour-long series here. flatulence, bowel movements, diarrhea. We've seen all these. I'm pretty confident we've seen them all. I don't know where this could be, Paul. 2 different sets of matching Simpsons tattoos. That slaps. I would like to get a Simpsons tattoo at one point, but I don't know what it would be. I don't know what Simpsons tattoo I would get, man. That'd be something like quite obscure. I wouldn't want it to just be Simpsons. It need to be something like a deep cut. Maybe like a Bort license plate or something. That'd be funny. I don't know what I would get, but I would like some sort of simp tattoo. Brilliant. That's a good deep cut right there. That's cute. Oh, bless. Yeah, I've not got a fucking single clue, man. I don't know where this could possibly be. Oh, fuck off. There's Mark Lawson. Let's see. I'm actually doing a fucking deep dive right now. It says 6 episodes, bro. I am guaranteed. I am guaranteed that we've seen them all. I put the link up. Where? Where's the link? Where? Where is it? Where can I find it? To the chat? So you'll see this. We have seen a video about it. I don't want to watch any more diarrhea-centric content. I've had enough of that. We've done body odor, zips, boils and lesions, penises and vaginas. Oh, I deleted the link. Can I change that? Hang on. Can I do an American accent to fool an American? Very good question. I feel like I could do a good American accent, but it seems apparently here when I try and put it on, I can't keep it up for very long. I need to try and slip in it naturally. I think it's the plan. Yeah, I don't know what I can do. I don't know how to make it so that it doesn't delete links. There's probably an option somewhere in my channel options or something where I can like make it not do that, but I don't really know. I don't really know where that is. I don't really know where to go to change it. Maybe I go into YouTube Studio or something like that, maybe. There might be an option or something. I don't know. This is very quite mysterious. Settings? I can't change it on OBS. How's that? Is that okay? If I were to do it performatively, it's not as good. I can do it in my private time and I sound authentic as fuck. There must be an option for that. I guess there's not. Well, I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do here. I'm kind of deadlocked at the moment. Dude, I ain't got a fucking Scooby-Doo. Permissions? Oh, it's just for like my account. Right, okay, well, that's not what I want. Wonder shows, and I'm not familiar with that. What could that possibly be? I'm curious. I don't want to talk to career support. Come on, man. Give me a break. I mean, yeah, like I don't know. I don't know, don't know what the move is here, folks. I'm hunting high and low. Tim and Eric on G4? What the fuck are they doing on that? I just saw that on my playlist there. Oh, that's crazy. That's cool. That sounds like my my kind of jam. You check that out. Wonder Chosen. I like acid trip content for sure, for sure. Boo. Haha, right, okay. I just saw a celebration of white people throughout history. That sounds fucking genius. Okay, well, I'm stumped. I can't find it, so I don't know where it could possibly be. I'm sorry. I've searched high and low, and it's not appearing for me. I'm afraid to say. And the ones that I am seeing, we have most definitely watched. So I don't know what to say. See, yeah, now I do see on the playlist for Our Bodies there's one missing, and that's the penis and vagina one, but we have watched that. Could that possibly be the one you're talking about? So we did watch that one. No, I don't know why the links aren't working, Paul. I do apologise. But I'm on the working assumption that it might be that one, and I feel like we did watch it. But, you know, we'll try and come back to it maybe in the next stream when it finally happens. Oh, don't hug me, I'm scared. Like puppet-centric content. It's quite interesting. Right, well. In the meantime, folks, I'm going to have to take my leave. I'm afraid I have to take my leave of you all. It's time for me to go. We've reached the end of our chill stream. Really? Alright, well, fair enough. Well, maybe I need to double check in the past few chill streams for vindication's sake. So I feel like we did, man. Honestly, I do. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong after checking, we'll watch it the next stream. But we will see. I've got archival proof, Paul. Archival proof. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the last chill stream that we're going to be doing for a hot minute. Like I say, we're not going to be returning until the latest season of On Cinema. The Cinema is complete, season 16. And once all the episodes for that are out, we will return again. We'll make our triumphant return to the On Cinema chill streams to watch it in its full rendition. Excellent. I'll hold you to that, buddy. Thanks for that, Paul. I appreciate that, buddy. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, Anthony, man. I'm glad I've been able to entertain you. You're so welcome, man. I hope that other chill streams will be just as entertaining. Like I say, the chill stream format will continue onward. Just we'll be covering different topics after career perspectives and shit drop. So it won't be on cinema, but it'll be the same idea. Just we're watching and doing different stuff here. So I do sincerely hope that you all enjoy that when the time comes, when the next career perspective drops. We will be kicking it off straight away with the next installment of Klman chill streams. But like I say, we'll be continuing watching On Cinema stuff as content drops. It'll just be very few and far between now. Heavy, man. Heavy stuff. But yes, just keeping excellent. Just keep tuned into the channel for updates and stuff on content. Like I say, we're very close to finishing the editing for the audio for this next video, and when it drops, it will be immediately starting off with new chill streams on this new thing that we'll be watching. There's a lot of it, I'll say that much. There's at least 20 plus fucking years of it. If that's a little hint, maybe a little hint for you to figure out what we could be doing, what the next career perspective will be covering. But in the meantime, I am going to go. So thank you all so very much for tuning in, liking the stream, etc. Means a lot. Be sure to drop a like if you haven't liked it already. And we're going to be dipping Anthony Comegna, formerly known as Anthony Comegna, it's A. Clamato now. The #1 crown and the $4.99 dono. Thank you sincerely for tuning in. All these streams, my guy. Thank you for being here. Good to see you, brother. Paul O with the #3 crown. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you, brother. Have I? I've not given away what the topic is, have I? I hope not. I thought I've kept that close to my chest. I don't know if I've revealed that yet, what the topic for the next video is meant to be. I hope not. Brelly Ghost, thanks for tuning in, new face. Thanks for chatting and hanging out. Good to see you, man. Hopefully we'll see you in the future, because like I say, it'll be a fucking while until I do this again. But thanks for tuning in. Means a lot. Obelson, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, buddy. No, well, what is it then? What is the next video topic? So that I feel like I'm going insane. Have I said it then? No, have I? I've mentioned Call of Duty Zombies, but that's a video that I've done already. That's a video that I've done before. That's just getting remastered. I feel like I've not mentioned the one that I've not done yet. I hope that's true. I feel like I've kept that close to my chest, but if I've not and I've totally cunted it, then that's hilarious. Zach Bonfante with the #2 crown and the $4.99 dono. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, I see. Right. Hold on. So. Yes, you're right. I will be doing a remastered video of the history of Cinemassacre or Angry Video Game Nerd. I was setting up chill streams for that, but I'm not going to be doing those yet. I'm actually just going to drop this career perspective. I've been saying a lot of shit and things have changed. We will be doing that at some point, but that's a video that's coming out way down the line. But that's not the one that I'm talking about. Who's the buff now? See? I was right. The next video that's coming out is a very different topic that I've not mentioned yet. And I've not done a video on it before. And that's where the next chill stream is going to be. We will be doing an AVGN video, a Cinemassacre video, but that's going to be way down the line. There we go. Thank fuck. I know exactly what you're talking about. But that will be happening at some point, just way down in the line in the future. But yeah, Zach Bonfante, thanks for the donation also, and the #2 crown, and thank you for chatting. Good to see you, buddy. As per usual. See if I've missed anybody. Ben Ferguson, of course, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, buddy, also. The knockout. All the blood, sweat, and tears. The hard work we've been putting in for years. It's the knockout, and the time has finally come. To shut him down and show him we're #1. It's the knockout. All the blood, sweat, and tears. The hard work we've been putting in for years. It's the knockout. And the time has finally come. Come on now. The plan's changed. A lot of things are going on in my fucking mind. It's like Apocrypha in my fucking brain. It's like Hermaeus Mora's realm. It's a fucking clusterfuck of ideas. Anyway, I'm going to go. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I will be posting when the next chill stream will be happening. But in the meantime, yeah, it's going to be... I'm just going to be working on stuff in the meantime. So thank you all so much again. And I will see you soon. Hopefully sooner than you think. Goodbye.